Alrighty, there we go. Ah, welcome back, everybody. Today we're gonna go do more of the Machine Kingdom while we try and get the materials to make our shit. Okay. See, I wasn't sure if we needed to save last time. I guess that answered it because we got sent back a little bit here. That's okay though. Last time I saved was not that long before we got kidnapped by the equivalent to the Inquisition, I think. Pretty sure. Can we talk to these people? Actually, don't know that we have. 3 patrons huddle around the table, nursing hot mugs and discussing news sheet in hushed voices. You see? It says she's from Alskop, but none of us remember any village by that name. I'm telling you, they've erased the whole... They notice you listening. Oh, King's Blessing, citizen, don't mind us for just absorbing the latest royal dispatch. Good to know that the guild has it all in hands, eh? Yeah, I'm sure. Absolute bullocks, my cousin is in Yansk. Her daughter saw a corrupt one in the forest just last week. It's spreading bloody everywhere. Oh, King's Grace, my dear. Isn't it nice to be safe and warm in Feropolis, where the guild can look after us? No doubt the corruption will be cleaned up soon. Okay, so these are like dissenters and doubters. Of course, there's nothing about the summoning outage. Machines would never admit to saboteur or bloodied their noses like that. Interesting. Okay. One moment. Da-da-da-da. Pop out. Okay. Wasn't sure that our bitrate was going to be good after last time, but I think it was just Twitch was down. Because they had a big spike on down detector after that. So, that's probably what it was, because it was fine on both YouTube and Kick. Here we go. Okay. Let me go fix one of my chat windows. I've been having my YouTube chat pop out just crash randomly. I have no idea why. I'll have to think of a better solution soon. Saboteur blooded the nose like that. Nah, King's favor, pal. Just a few old farts enjoying our weekly ration. Every day I thank my stars I live here and nowhere else. Yeah, I fucking bet. They've had like a flamethrower behind them? What the fuck is that? The other patrons are giving this woman a wide berth as if she carries a contagious disease. What are you staring at? I need to see if I grow an extra head? Oh, you're a corrupt one. Is the tea here really that bad? I'd pay to see that. Holy shit, these are some great answers. Let's go with number 1. I feel like that's the least likely to piss her off. He laughs, then doubles over as it becomes a heavy cough. Almost. But this stuff tastes like heaven after seeing what I've seen. Intrigued. Tell me about yourself. Coughed again and drinks deeply from her mug. Name's Doyle. I'm a royal cleanup worker. You know, fighting the corruption. A hero of the kingdom, they call me. More medals than you've had hot dinners. Well, I was in prison for a long time, so maybe. And what's my reward? Children hide or stare at me wherever I go. Shopkeepers wipe down every surface I touch. When I'm done here, the landlady will bury my mug so that I don't contaminate any other patrons. There's up to you. So what? Your friends dare you to talk to me? Come to stammer some shite about how grateful you are for my service? Or are you just tired of being human? Not afraid, I was just curious. Keep patronizing me, I'll kick your ass. Nice. Honestly, I don't know much. I'm new here. Let's go with that one. He cough laughs again. Well, take my advice. If you ever get drafted into a cleanup crew, jump off a bridge so both your legs get broken. 2 more weeks of leave, then I'm back into the corrupted land. Damn the king, but it never works. Is that all? No offense, but I might be dead soon. I don't want to spend the last hours with you. I mean, that's fair. I would like to ask you some questions, though, for your, final hours. He snorts, and I'd like to ride out of here on a magic carpet, so what? How would someone get into the corrupted lands? Sets down her mug with a clunk and gazes at you. Are you taking the piss? Is that what you came to my table for? Like it's all a lark to you? One big adventure? Not at all. I may need to go there, and I take your expertise very seriously. That is the correct fucking answer, regardless of charm. Yeah, well, damn right. Officially, the corrupted lands are strictly forbidden. Unofficially, we couldn't give a boiling piss about stopping suicidal tourists. Nice. Most folk don't make it across the ravine southeast of here, but I've seen an old abandoned digging engine still lying around. If you had a machinist insignia or a good head for tinkering, I reckon you could make your own bridge. Of course, you could always sign up for a life of excitement with us, she grins. Hey, how's it going, squirrel? Now scram, will you, or else you'll start wishing I was back in the corrupted lands already. How worried should I really be sitting with you? She eyes you appraisingly. We have procedures. 1 week's quarantine before re-entering Ferropolis. 3 rounds of purifying rituals. All our clothes incinerated each month. But this is corruption we're talking about. It never stays still. So I guess it depends on how much you trust in the wisdom of the Machinist Guild. I really don't. Scram, will you, or else I'll start wishing I was back in the corrupted lands already. Ready for tonight and tomorrow before we get to sleep at night for a few months? Let's see. Sleep at night for a few months. Yes? I'm gonna go with yes. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I woke up late enough that it shouldn't be a problem. Like, I didn't wake up late, but, like, late enough, as it were. I really hear you curse the king earlier. Gives you a hollow smile. Let them execute me. From where I sit, that looks like a promotion. You'd be surprised what I can get away with, newbie. Not many folk can do my job. I'll bear that in mind. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad to hear that we won't be up at fucking past midnight trying to get an encounter finished. That shit's been ridiculous. We'll rent a room here. See what they have to offer. Ah. Where does this go? I mean, we can get on the wall from here, I think, maybe. Kind of a hard fall, though. Damn. Yeah, might need to extend it a week or two longer, but that's only if we are unproductive. That's fair. You'd sleep tonight, but I don't want to rob the place yet, so we're going to sleep till morning. There we go. I love that these things magically appear. They are never there beforehand. It's like someone breaks in, fastens that to the wall, puts it down, and then leaves. Every time. Okay. Let's go get abducted by the king before. I just hard quit out of the game last time to see if it had like any autosave features put in, or if it was just like the next time I hit the cube, because I hadn't done that yet. And I was curious how it would turn out. Now, where the hell were those guys? I think they were just the end. Out of nowhere, you get a random urge to check your pocket. Inside, you find a scrap of paper that you've never seen before. The enigmatic note reads, "We must speak, but hostile eyes are watching. Meet me after nightfall in the park in Upper Ferropolis. I'll be waiting under the gazebo. I'm alone, trust no one, a friend." Okay, now I'm curious. Do I already have the quest? Because I didn't get this last time. Is the proc for that quest just sleeping in the town? Or maybe it's when I talk to that woman and then sleep in the town? I also talked to the people who were whispering about how much they hated the king. Okay, I have been ordered to do something. It just teleported me to my last save point, despite the fact that I have, not, like... I teleported here at the start of the game, since that was my last save point, after it saved, but not my position. I'm not sure why they did that. That's interesting. Definitely a way to solve things. I'm not sure if I can get up to the king, though, now. So that's kind of annoying. They sniff the air. You've the stink of the countryside about you, if I'm any judge. Dangerous place. Well, citizen, if you come to the right shop. Name's Jaxamar. I sell things that kill. I'm interested in buying weaponry. They tap a large ledger on their counter. What do you need it for? I have to keep records, see, in case the king comes knocking. I'm a farmer, I need it for my own protection. Murder, manslaughter, you know, crimes in general. Does it still sell to me if I pick this? 'Cause I feel like with the bureaucracy in this city, they would. Yeah, it could be a form of failsafe or a quest stage skip a bug, yeah. It definitely could be. I'm not really sure. This game has had quite a few bugs that we've seen. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a bug. But it might just be a form of failsafe in case like you get locked out of something due to bugs, or you get locked in somewhere, you get soft locked if you leave. Because it's not like you can make multiple saves, you only get the one. So if I had to guess, it's probably intentional and for that reason. So that in case of anything happening, you'll teleport back to the first safe location that you can't get locked out of, or locked into, really. That'd be my guess. Let's see. But I didn't want to play a bunch of the game offline when I'm trying to do it, like, only online. And with, like, the fucking bitrate issue that Twitch was having last time, I kind of had to stop, so... Let's see. Let's say murder and manslaughter. You know, that is kind of what we do with our weapons. Give you the hairy eyeball. Always nice to have a bit of levity in here. Just tell me what to write, won't you? I did tell you what to write. Come on, man. Why? I don't think the king would have a problem with that. Whatever. I'm a farmer? Sure. They scribble in the ledger. Have a good few of your lot in here over the years. Not all of them come back. King's bless and protect you, eh? Uh-huh. I just need your name, occupation, place of residence. You invent some plausible fake details. Something tells you it would be unwise to tell the truth. Jacksmere sniffs in the air deeply. Aha, the farmer. You ain't dead, so I guess I didn't sell you a duff weapon. What can I do you for? Let's see what he's got for sale first before talking to him. Ooh, what is this? Enhanced further through mysterious alchemy, the yellow powder in this flask will explode with considerable force when agitated or thrown. Okay, so this is a better bomb. Expensive, too. Oh, and here's a greatsword. Okay, so if we wanted a greatsword, this would be the place, probably. Slow, brutal weapons that can cleave and smash through anything they connect with. This one, mind you, seems to be more rust than sword at this point, but we could upgrade it. What's the weightless glove? A glove imbued with gravity-defying gem that helps negate fatigue during combat. The damage penalty from attacking with low stamina is less severe when worn, as it makes the weapon feel light as a feather. Interesting. Oh, okay. Sounds good, my dude. That's kind of what I was thinking as well. We get 10 shurikens for 5? I doubt it, right? Like, almost certainly not. I think he just has 10. Let's grab the weightless glove. Yes, I will buy this. Actually, did we have the right gear on for that? Okay, I think we probably did. Yeah, we did, okay. It's like, I want to make sure I have my bartering shit on if I'm talking to Barterman. We don't have the Emberian for the dagger yet. I actually probably want to save up on those anyway. Interesting. I can upgrade this. Give me more regen. Sure, let's do that. Find the woven garment that lends their wearer an air of responsibility. The denizens of the Apostatic Union place a high value on appearance, so shopkeepers should look upon you more favorably. What does this go up to? Resplendent attire. Interesting. I mean, we do have the extra thread for this, and I don't know that we need it for anything else right now. I'm not sure. I think it's just the regen rate on our stamina, so I don't actually think we need it all that much. Since we're mostly not using that. I won't bother with it any more than that, but I was just kind of interested in seeing what it would upgrade through. Borshire appears as nervous as ever. No, that's not good. Perhaps if I stitch them together, 3 or 4 layers, but then... Oh, forgive me, citizen, but as always, what can I do for you today? Oh, right, this is the guy who sold us the furnishings. We don't really need to talk to him. Hey, Luna, how's it going? I think that's where we got kidnapped. So let's see if we can't go up the place from here. Is our health bar lower than normal? We have the health ring on. Ah, maybe it was always that small. Oh no, this is how we entered the kingdom. Okay. I still haven't found my way to the upper parks. I've been lower and I've been to like the middle land, but I haven't gone to the upper yet. That's the weaponry. Let's close. I like this thing. This thing's fun. You can probably use this to go up. The king. Game I think might be the most ambitious game from this publisher yet. Red XP mostly do horror stuff, small tiny things. I'm surprised at how stable it is considering I wouldn't be surprised it was almost exclusively one guy. No, yeah, I've been impressed. Like, the fact that I've seen a shit ton of bugs is not me, like, calling the game bad or, like, unexpectedly buggy. I'm playing right after their official 1.0 release. They've had a bug fix released, like, every fucking other day, basically. So, by no means am I calling it, like, shoddy or anything for the bugs I've seen. I'm just noting that they're there in the current state, that's all. And almost always, the bug that, like, hits me is patched, like, a day or 3 later, so. Maybe pray the bitrate doesn't fuck us up this time? Yeah. I mean, that was, like, 5 hours into the stream, and, like, my throat was starting to get a little fucky, so. It wasn't... If it was gonna hit me at all, at least it hit me at the not worst time. So, it is what it is. But we'll hopefully have a more stable time this time. I love the little glint that my knife gets when I pull it out. That's so nice. Shiny. Okay. Yep, we've been in this one. This is where they did the kidnapping. Already solved that puzzle. Alright, let's try talking to these folk. This person is peering up at the floating teapot, shaking their head. Mark my words, it's just a mirage summoned by the saboteur to frighten us. I confess, it's working on me. Floating teapot, what? I see a floating teapot. Oh well. Have I heard of the DreadX collection? I have not looked at that, and I've not heard of it now. I rant about an anime that fucks me up mentally. Oh, I love those anime. Those are my favorite anime. Go ahead. I fucking love the deranged anime. They're fantastic. Citizen steadfastly avoids looking at you as they wait at the summoning station. Oh, they're waiting for the summoning. I see. I ain't summoning out for you, so don't even bother. Alright, buddy. I wouldn't ask you to. Why would I want you to summon for me? Yeah. He squints at you. You daft. Always some arsehole hanging around the station, offering coins or food to use your daily summon. Well, I don't give a runny shite. I need onions, and I'm damn well getting onions. Okay, but the summoning thing doesn't fucking work half the time, so you're so damn sure about that? Dare you? Loony. Where's this go? Up and up and up. My control options changed. I feel like it takes longer for me to go in a full circle. Ah, that's right. Happy Sugar Life is about 16-year-old Bado Mitsuka who picks up 8-year-old Shiokove off on the street and keeps her locked up in a house. Protect her, quote-unquote, future wife from outside dangers. Ah, it's fucked. Yes, this may... Yeah, obviously. But everyone in that universe wants to... Ew. No interest in touching. Sure. Mentally involved. I hate that still. Okay, here's my lesser evil. Just fucking shoot them. Shoot anyone who comes in contact. It's a pretty good solution, I would say. That is a fucked scenario. Glass bottle flies past the ear and smashes against the doorframe. Its thrower is a middle-aged man, clearly very drunk. Good for him. Ah, he hiccups. Fuck are you? Get a damn home. No, it's my home now. Fuck you, old man. Wait, I know you. You're that border guard I met at the gate bridge. Man peers that recognition. For border? A lot of people out of border. Listen, I don't know you from shit. Thanks for a moment. Know what? Fuck it. That's what I say. Fuck it. Let them all through. Let them blow up the king. That's what they get for taking away my child. So you are Oleg Igorovich. Fugga, who's asking? Just because, okay. That doesn't make it any better, Luna. The fact that they're shedding blood to protect X person from X other person, when they're also a predator, does not make it better. That's still fucking terrible. They're just protecting their own interest. It's a collection of small, tiny game jam horror games used to make a shared weird meta story. Some really awesome creative stuff in both the collections. A bunch of $5 games sold for like $10. This guy features in both of them. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I might check that out. I like horror games, and the small ones are usually pretty nice because they don't overstay their welcome. Lie, father, it's me. It's been so long. Oh, that'd be funny. I'm an adventurer. Maybe I can find your child. I saw your missing person notice. I'm here to help. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with that. This guy seems like a rational, good sort. Notice. Yeah, I put a notice. And you know what? Fuck all of that. Shit, who even cares? What's the point? Everyone's mission nowadays. It's no use. Best updated, missing persons. If you want anything useful out of him, you'll need to sober him up. A potion of truth. Give him a slap. These are great fucking responses. Let's see. A potion of stamina is basically coffee, and a potion of truth is basically mushroom wine. So let's give him a potion of stamina. Man shrugs and drink it. His eyes widen, his hands begin to shake. Then he dunks a pitcher of water over his own head. Oleg glares at you. Is this your idea of helping? You've wasted your time. My child is gone. I'm still here. That's all there is. Case closed. End of message. What do you mean, gone? I have no child. Once, yes, Gillette Mishkin and Indira Mishkin died young, buried themselves. Ancient history. You can see I live alone here. But last month I found something. A locket in among the junk at the back of that cabinet I never opened. It says, to my father. I don't recognize it yet. Yet somehow I know I've seen it before. I've thought about it, and there's only one answer. The locket is mine. I did have another child. One that I've somehow forgotten. That makes sense. They put it this way. There's two other people who... Yeah. One of which being his older brother. I mean, that's nice. Shio's family is very poor, and the dad is... gets aggravated at the mother physically. Often, too, is sad as coworker. Yeah, no. Give him to the brother. And murder the father. That is the solution. That is the best solution. Let's see. Now you've heard the whole story, tale. Isn't it pathetic? A grown man weeping over a fantasy. I don't care if you believe me. Just leave me to drown myself in peace. Let's see. Alternately, if the older brother is old enough, give him to the older brother, and hope that he's able to get a job that can care for both of them in some fashion. Far better to grow up poor than to grow up abused. Yeah. Yeah, no, they do that, but explicitly with the desire to be in a romantic relationship with your stated 8-year-old, which makes them fucking evil. So, no. That is not a solution. I don't know a word for that other than just fucking that person's a pedo. And, no, that's awful. I entirely disagree with the premise that that is the correct solution. That's fucked. Let's see. How's it possible to forget your own child? Quite a puzzle, right? Can you imagine how bad a father would have to be? Buddy, you could just have amnesia. You almost certainly do have amnesia. I'm pretty sure that's the cost that your king gives to all your summoning rituals, is that he takes something away from people and they just forget about it. I cannot explain it, or at least, not to you. Now, have you finished tormenting me? No, I have much more torment to come. Little brother's still a minor. Neither the mother is will have the capacity to care for Shio. Oh, in that case, you probably need to get Child Protective Services involved. And then hope that the state is capable of dealing with it. Which they almost certainly won't be able to any good capacity. But you roll the dice and hope that it's better than the situation he's currently in, which is untenable. Let's see. Or you get their other family involved if any of them are at all responsible adults who can do the thing, like, you know, responsibly. But you definitely do not fucking give the 8-year-old up as, like, a child bride-to-be. That's fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. Leave it to Japan to have some shit like that. God damn it. I can be sure it's really your locket. First, I thought it must be my ex-wife's, right? So I send the old harpy a letter. She says it must have been dropped by one of my strumpets. Ah, I should be so lucky. Then I notice other things. That shitty clay pot. Who made it? Not Indra. Look, this guy's a shitty fucking clay pot, and he's like, I have a missing child I've forgotten. Only an idiot child would make me a shitty clay pot. Like, he's not wrong, but, like, damn. Or those height marks on the wall. Whose? Indira never got that tall. Mind you, Sato saw blah blah crying in the streets. Ran away from her. Yeah, sure. That's, like, kind of, that's what I mean. Those kids need to be in, like, foster care. Or put up for adoption, or helped by their family. Clearly their mother is incapable of providing, or unwilling, which I think is more likely. And their father is like a fucking asshole, so. Yeah. Like, I get that that's what they put forward in the anime as the solution. But, like, that's fucked. That is fucked. Let's see. And I noticed other things. That shitty clay pot, who made it? Not Indira. Or those height marks on the wall, who's never got that tall. You ever feel like you've lost something, but you don't know what? Like you're incomplete, but you don't know how. For years, I have felt this. When the idea came to me, I knew instantly this was it, the missing piece. Now, have you finished tormenting me? He keeps asking this, like I'm ever gonna finish. Can you tell me anything at all about this child? Nothing. You see my problem? There are no clues. The pain is so much worse now that I know, and yet I have no way to end it. I thought perhaps if I drink enough, I'll forget all that all over again. No such luck. You considered a hammer. What the fuck was that flew in front of us? Oh well. So now you see, the case is hopeless, and the one person who could help would never talk to me. As I said, you're wasting your time. What if I could talk to this person for you? Oleg examines you, weighing his options. Well, if it will make you leave me in peace. The west of the city is a place called the Library of Untruths. Oh, I've been there. No signs point to it, and no official maps mark it, but it's there. Buddy, I have it on my map, it's fine. Ooh, I have a locket now. Take my locket and show it to the librarian, and perhaps, maybe, she will help. Listen, I am not sentimental. I know my child may be dead or worse. All I want is to know their name and their fate. At least then I know who to mourn for. I'll do what I can, Mr. Mishkin. Next time I won't miss. Oh shit, he's planning on fucking, like, clocking me with a goddamn bottle the second I come in with good news. That's fantastic. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna rob you for that one. I mean, I was gonna do it anyway, but who the fuck are these people? Man just lives in, like, a home of 3? Alright, shit. Oh, that was an easy one to do. Whereas Sato grew up in an environment where nobody cared for her and everyone was emotionally attached from her, and then boom, codependent. Sato grew up in an environment where nobody cared for her. Sure. Attached from her. Codependent, traumatized child. So basically, the situation, like, foster care is not great. Adoption's not great. They are what they are. They're a better solution than abandoning a child on their own. But these are better solutions than, like, fucking essentially giving children to people who openly want to be in a romantic relationship with them just because they would quote-unquote love them. That's not love. And if it is, it's a sick, fucked up kind that in no way is what you would want for a child to grow up with. That's only going to cause further harm. Got you, mosquito, you motherfucker. Anyway. Sorry, there's a mosquito flying in front of me. It's not better. It's literally not better. It's significantly worse. And will traumatize them in far worse ways. It's demonstrably bad. Yeah, fair. That was the first thing I suggested, to be honest. Like, that is better. Than that kind of situation. I'll talk to you later, squirrel. Let's see. These two citizens are poring over a pile of papers. No, I think that part only if you've been evacuated. Wait, but it says we should already have a case number. Wait, so I'm meant to fill out this part or not? Do you count as dependent? What the hell is a domicile? I love these people. Codependency? I thought you said... Wait. Oh, wait, okay. I think I misunderstood part of that. Also, earlier you said that he was planning on protecting them to be their, like, groom or whatever in the future. Let me go through the messages. 1 second. Well, you said they wanted to be romantically involved with them, so that would imply love. I guess that's where I was taking that from. Either way, I would say that it's sick and fucked, and that it's absolutely not the good fucking solution. And if you're between these two lesser evils, it would be less cruel to extinguish the flame of life from the child than choosing one or the other. I would prefer a fostering system or an adoption system, but it would be less cruel if those were your two choices. Why do we have to claim reimbursement? Why don't they just give us what they're entitled to? I think I learned to read for this. I love this bureaucracy. What a beautiful system. And yeah, no, Japan is like... Japan has so many fucking people who make, like, animes and manga about shit like that. Where they just portray it as the most fucked up shit ever. Or rather, they just portray the most fucked up shit ever. As being, like, normal or good or okay. That's just, like, peak Japan. Woman is not knitting something long and cozy looking. You look like you've seen a ghost deer. Anything you want to talk about? I'm being forced to hunt down a lunatic sky pirate. The king is forcing me to perform a task it won't explain. I'm searching for a child who's not supposed to exist. I mean, really all of these. Let's go with the bottom one. He looks genuinely concerned. King's wheels, dear. That sounds horrific. Why don't you tell me all about it? It's been a long while talking about your highly unusual troubles. Not sure whether she believes you, but it helps. I should be going. Be gentle with yourself, dear. No one can do everything at once. That's not true. I'll pick up every quest. I can do it all. Fuck you. How dare you? Claiming you know my limits better than I. Where is that elevator to the king? I swear this is where they grabbed me from last time. Ah, well. Yeah, but the kid doesn't have to. Like, that's assuming that that is the necessarily required option or the good outcome, which it is not. I would say that's, like, just not true. It's definitely not love. Like, that's not love. That is fucking horrible, whatever it is, but it's not that. Let's see. I think it must be further up there that I'm getting grabbed from. More doors to unlock. Money. Very nice. Oh, they're selling dreams here. I see. The shopkeeper has his nose buried in a giant ledger. King's blessing, citizen. I'll be with you in a... He glances up and does a double take. Tick, God's teeth, a new customer. Seizes your hand and shakes it vigorously. Welcome, welcome, dear citizen. I am Vidal, the foremost fully licensed vision trader in Ferropolis. And dare I say the Clockwork Kingdom. Maybe it's not the price for the summoning. Maybe it's the vision trade. I honestly... blanked on that as an option, but it really could be. They're essentially extracting dreams which are made up of memories. Maybe that's why everyone's forgetting things. Not sure. Vision trader? Exactly so, good citizen. The kingdom's premier export, famed across the sky realm. Please forgive me for not standing up. These legs haven't been the same since the God War. So, what's your fancy? A dream of flying, lightness, and freedom on the wing, a reverie of the vanished past? Or, for the daring soul, a nightmare so chilling your waking life will seem like bliss. Let's see. Let's see what visions you're selling. Oh wow, he actually has a whole bunch. One is by B. Morozov, containing aristocratic nostalgia and scenes of an erotic nature. Yikes, okay. Mild anxiety and spiders. What the fuck? Buys an experience that's like, this one's gonna make you anxious and you'll be covered in spiders. You wanna know who buys that? I do, I buy that. Let's see. These lurid fantasies are subject to feverish moral debate in the Union. This is one by Horace Metcalf. And scenes of moderate peril and frequent daredevilry. I will buy this. I probably will put a pause screen on while I'm looking at it in case it, actually is an issue. Well, it probably won't be, because this game's not like fucking Emperor mature. I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Ah, well. I'm pretty sure we need the Morozov ones, though, to do, like, the tower thing. 'Cause he has that tower, but he's, like, all the way up there, and I think we need to see all of his visions for it. Okay. Hello there. I'm a comatologist. We draft the petitions of the guild to send to the king. Make sure they're in the correct cipher language. What is a petition exactly? Request for action. You know, production orders, rule changes, alteration requests. We can tell it's Yeah. We can't tell its majesty what to do, but we can ask. Sometimes it listens. I love that they have a fucking, like, basically, they have, like, an old chatbot as a god. It's kind of great. Let's see. What happens if the language isn't correct? Oh, anything. The wrong verb here, and we get a skating rink instead of a farm. Misplaced comma there, and the wrong house vanishes. I mean, you guys live in an eternal winter, and your fucking deity is sending people jade fucking flutes rather than bread. I mean, I would say you've probably put a few too many wrong commas here and there. More importantly, I could lose out on guild commendations for this year. Oh yeah? Do you ever consult with the people your petitions affect? They give you a queer look. I'm no good at talking to layfolk. Besides, individual testimony is invariably clouded by partiality or bias. Most people can't see the big picture like we can. Now, may I please get back to work? You're a fucking idiot. I love this guy. It's like, I'm going to make sure the prayers reach the God King. People outside, why won't it stop? Why won't the winter end? Everything is awful. I'm doing such good work, they're going to give me a raise for sure. Fantastic. I think this is the guy who kidnapped me. Oh, and that's back up to the king. Okay, sick. So we are able to talk to these people still. That's what I wanted to do anyway. So I've read this one. Sato, the kidnapper, grew up in an environment where nobody cared for her needs. So to Sato, having this kid is like, oh hell yeah, finally someone who cares for me emotionally. That's emotionally abusive, but sure. And just straight up kidnapping. And Shio, the kid is like, oh hell yeah, finally someone who's actually putting food in my mouth and not seeing me as a burden. Right. So, the correct way to do things... Like, here's how this happens correctly, and not fucked up at all. Fucking Shio, goes to and gets, in the adoption system, where they already do that, and your needs are taken care of, and then a family who loves you, hopefully, will pick you up. They have a pretty intense vetting system. We're a lot better than we used to be on that shit. And Sato gets fucking therapy. That is the correct way that these things happen. Then both of their needs, hopefully, are met. This is a better option than kidnapping the child. That it portrays this as the good way that things happen is fucking demented. And is absolutely a fever dream of whoever the fuck wrote that. Oh wow, I fell through the gap. I didn't think I could fit. Oh. Oh well. I'm an interpreter. We study the king's commands and proclamations to understand its true wishes. If you need something, I've quite a lot of reading to get through. I actually had an audience with the king myself. Wait, that was you? They grab a parchment to take notes. What did its majesty say? Don't leave out any details. What may seem irrelevant to you is gold to us. Oh, it said, did you get all that? And I said no. And it said, how about now? Told me to perform the sacramental duty, whatever that is. Sacramental duty, huh? That's new. Or maybe it's a legacy component from one of the old political tracts that we consulted to build the king. Was there no further detail? Only a bunch of weird symbols. Ah, of course, you really need a cranial moderator to even read most of its output. What's a cranial moderator? Even then, its majesty can be a little, well, cryptic. Yeah, what is that? A magical clockwork device grafted onto your brain. Holy shit. See my mechanical eye? It lets me read the king's six-fold cipher language as easily as a cheap ballad. Unfortunately, its majesty's mysteries go deeper than mere language. Where would I get one? Well, you could take the guild entrance exam, score in the top 6, pass a political audit, undergo 3 years of training, and swear to a magically binding loyalty oath. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Maybe Chief Interpreter Afro could help. We interpreters aren't really supposed to talk to the outsiders. Need something more. I've quite a lot of reading to get through. Sorry to bother you. Yeah, I don't think I want one of these, but it might be necessary. It's so fucked up because both these girls are fucking demented. But it's able to write in a way that makes it seem like... Yeah, you can portray, like, the most fucked up things in a good light. That's actually not hard to do. What you're doing with that is you're essentially writing propaganda or whatever it is that you're trying to sell. Like, that's not that difficult to do. You can turn anything to a good light, and if you set it to like a good music piece and you only capture the pieces that you want, you can make really horrific things seem like the righteous path. It's really well documented. Like that happened during the Third Reich. That happens constantly in China and Russia. It's pretty big in America. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, fair. If you're unprepared for that kind of shit, like, if you don't look at something like that and be like, ah, shit, what the fuck is the hidden fucking bullshit they're trying to push here? And you just take it at face value, it can, like, sucker punch you. That's fair. But no, it's absolutely fucked, and they're just... The whole thing is fucked. They essentially wrote, like, a pretty fucking piece on how to torture children, and told you it was, like, the morally righteous thing. Can't you see? I'm busy. Sinnel wants the next petition locked down by the next Starbright, so we can check it over first. How's it going? Oh, I'm perfectly on schedule, but we're still waiting on the bloody summoners. Less than a day to go before final commit, and they're not even in Runelock. Amateurs. She just jumps when you disturb them. Oh, it's only you again. That bastard comatologist is still on the prowl for me. Can you tell me about your work again? I'm a summoner. We maintain the cipher spells that transport goods throughout the kingdom, from the farm to stockpile to summoning station, or back again. How the hell did you get that jade flute in there, then? How do I use a summoning station? Quite simple. Simply approach the machine, visualize what you want, and press use. If you don't receive the right thing, you probably didn't visualize it correctly. Any further queries? Sounds very complicated. These spells are invoked thousands of times per day. One small mistake in this room will ripple across the kingdom. Now do you see why it can't be rushed? Maybe you shouldn't have that power? No, I see what you mean. I'll disturb you no further. If anyone asks about me, tell them I'm with the King's Speaker in a private meeting. Buddy, you're in the most visible location. I don't know what that would do to help you, but alright. His Majesty's edicts are complex and easily misunderstood by one such as you. Any task of true import will be noted and addressed. You are finished here. Okay, I can't ask him for the magical fucking eye of nonsense. That's too bad. I watched a summary on YouTube, so I knew it was fucked up, but I got curious, so I looked it up. Oh, I see. Yeah, fair enough. That does happen. There's absolutely some fuck shit. They don't even really try and hide that anymore. It's just, it is fucked. There's so much of it. Like, half the fucking fantasy anime that you see are like unpopular Japanese kid dies or gets summoned to another world because isekai is really fucking popular. And then the first thing they fucking do is they go out and buy slaves. Like, what the fuck? Clearly, nobody here could ever like me for who I am, so I'll purchase them as a person and magically enforce their love of me. That is the solution to the fucking issue. And I don't know exactly why. My personal theory, this is just my theory, but my personal theory is that the people they're marketing to are like people who are always like bullied in Japan or like unpopular on their own. So their experience of the world is that people don't like them and that they are bad at socializing. So this makes it feel like they can relate to them more if they buy people instead of making actual friends in the fucking anime. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why. I could be wrong. But that's like, that's my fucking theory. That's all I'll say. Our sovereign is not pleased with this friend. The signs are everywhere if you know where to look. Yeah, no shit. He keeps sending people the wrong shit and making winter last forever. Only by redoubling our efforts and rooting out the disloyal among us, may we win back its majesty's trust. Long live the king. Long live the king. Sure. You loony. Oh, this place has been fucking wrecked. Aha. Something has changed, has it? Nice. Gain defined ore. I'll take that. Oh, it's this guy again. Ah, okay. Okay. This also helps with the psychological aspect that the kidnapper... Yeah, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Which is really interesting, too, because the statistics I've seen is that women are more likely to commit those kind of crimes anyway. But, like, I don't know. It's a hard thing to do as well, because it's like, who reports what fucking thing, etc. Are they just being caught more? I don't know. It's a whole fucking thing. But, you know. Generally speaking, the last time I was looking into it for, like, an argument was that men commit more violent crime, and women commit more child-related crimes. Which I find is really interesting from, like, the social aspect, because it's not who you would think. Like, there's this whole thing, it's like, oh, well, you shouldn't have even their own father alone with them in the park, because they could be seen as a predator. But in reality, it's the opposite. You shouldn't have their mothers with them in the park, because they're more likely to be the predator. But, you know, whatever. And I also think that's a part of it, because, you know, obviously, they're going to be able to get away with it more frequently if it's like, oh, random woman that I barely know, I'll have them be my babysitter. Fucking, as opposed to random man that I barely know, get away from my child. It's a whole fucking thing. I have no idea how much of it is social fucking influence. And I would need like a way bigger social study on it to even have a conclusive, like, guess as to what it is, but that's just the last time I've looked at the statistics. Oh, tongue twister. Plus, I think that was like only in the US when I looked it up. I don't know if that cracked worldwide. Considering their view of rather than act of love. Make sure she was well cared for. I don't know that they always will. I think that's unlikely. I would disagree that they're their best option. I would heavily disagree. I would say their best option is adoption or the foster system, or exiting stage left into large pit. These are all better options. These are all options I would recommend more. Because essentially what you're not going to see is anything that happens if they ever disagree with Sato. Like if a rebellious phase hits or anything like that, where they don't meet the preconceived notion that that Sato has of them as basically a companionship thing, or i.e. a pet. That'll likely just devolve into violence, and that's not good at all. And even that is like literally a better alternative to how else it would go. Like, that's a fucked situation. You should never put a kid in that kind of situation. Oh, yeah, but that's like an 8-year-old's preconceived notion of it. That just is... Like, that's basically... whoever wrote that wanted that to be the situation in their own life. Is basically how that is, and they're just projecting that into the anime. That's, like, just not how anything would play out. Anyway. I opened down suspiciously. Ain't seen you around here before. Not a resident, I'll warrant. Oh, no, I just moved in. They praise you cautiously. Right, welcome to the icebox then. My condolences. Name's Cower. I solve problems around here, and I look after folk. Guess that includes you. Let's see. Boilers are busted right now. Maven number 4 gets extra blankets if you need them. You get hold of anything to burn, you shed around. We'll do the same for you. Folk here look after each other. Last thing, we don't want any problems in this building. Things are hard enough without the king's wrath coming down on us. If you get involved with anything funny, you keep it to yourself. These are good people, you understand. They don't deserve no trouble. Don't make of none, and we'll get on just fine. He says, as I hold a sharp knife to her throat. Put you in charge here. I don't see a Mechanicus brooch. They snort. I'm just an ordinary resident, like anyone else. Little thing called being a good neighbor. You might try it sometime. Hell no, I fucking hate that shit. Fuck that. Want something more from me? How's everyone doing here? Can't complain. You should. But I'm worried about Yosip and number 28. Cold's bad enough in the main building, let alone the floaters. If you come across any spare fuel, you let me know. Hey, don't you notice something weird about this building? Weird? Like what? Like newcomers asking funny questions? Room number goes up to 28, but there's only 5 rooms. They pause to digest this. It's clear they haven't thought about it before. They shrug. Probably just another little royal whoopsie. Assigning room numbers that don't make no sense. Typical. You want something from me? Any advice for a new neighbor? Let's see. Oh, it's just the same thing as before. Okay. King's favor to you. I'm to rob the place. Now these guys don't have a lot to rob. Try talking to them. When Uncle Yosip's room split off the building, we got no warning. None whatsoever. Now I have to winch up supplies to him in a bucket. You wouldn't believe the bribes you have to pay for a ladder around here. Interesting. Okay. Is that his house? What the fuck? Acknowledge this because they... It's the least comfortable bed I've seen in a long time. The boiler's a death trap, but will they let my son look at it? No, that'd be tampering with royal property and 3 days in the stocks. Only a bona fide machinist with a work order from the king is authorized to fix it. But how do you get one of those? That's right, another bloody petition. We'll all be frozen solid by the time they get to us. True enough. Mind the lady in number 12 snores like a skybarge engine. I should know, I fix him. Okay. Huh. Oh shit, hello. Middle-aged woman looks worn down to the bone with bags under her eyes and deep worry lines in her forehead. Her jet black hair is unkempt. Brown. Held in place by a long ornamental pin of surprising finery. Oh, hello. Are you one of Naja's pals? I'm afraid she's not seeing anyone right now. You alright? She looks like she's out for the count. Something about your manners seem to cut her, and when she speaks, her voice cracks as if she's about to cry. No, she's not alright. Closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I apologize, stranger. You're not seeing my best just now. I'm Naja's mother, Yasmin. This last month I've been her full-time carer as well. Those bottled visions, you see. What happened to her? Our family's had a rough few years, but there wasn't much joy in our lives. So when Naja first started getting into the visions, I was happy for her. Then she began spending all her free time dreaming. Soon she was sleeping until noon, missing work. Now she barely wakes up at all, and she's never lucid when she does. Can't work, can't even feed herself, but she does need food and fuel to keep warm. With all these summoning glitches, I have to pay cash in the black market, and we're down to the last dregs of her savings. He shrugs despairingly. I just don't know how we can survive like this for much longer. Isn't there some kind of treatment? Throws up her hands in frustration. I don't know. I'm not an alchemist or any kind of vision expert. We petitioned the king for a doctor to visit, but with things as they are, it'll be months before we hear back. Mention your family had a rough time lately? A few years ago, my husband passed away, and I got very sick. Creeping cough, you know. Even today, I can't really work because of all the spores in my lung. Ew. Then last year, we had to leave our house in the countryside due to the corruption. As far as I know, it's still out there, slowly sinking back into the mud. This room and its contents are all we have left. Damn, that sucks. I don't mean to moan, truly. There's so many in this kingdom who have it worse than us. I just know it was tough on Naja, that's all. Maybe I could help find her a doctor. Tentative hope is kindled in her eyes. Oh, would you? Yes, you could ask Vidal, the vision trader, about it. I doubt I could face him myself without knocking his lights out and trashing his shop. Nice. Vidal must have seen cases like Naja before. If there's any way to help her, he'd surely know. If he refuses, you tell him he'll answer me. It's her best attempt at a smile. Was there anything else you wanted? How are you doing, Yasmin? I mean you, not Naja. She thinks for a long time before responding. When she does, her words are eerily calm. Sometimes, I just want to scream. Scream and scream and scream and scream. And keep screaming until I ruin my throat. Can't make any noise at all. And do you know something? I don't think anything would happen. Nobody would respond. We're also trained to stay in our little circles in candlelight. Never truly think about what's happening all around us. Because if you think about it, then it becomes real for you, too. Not just for some other poor bastard you don't know. Maybe I'd be the same if not for what happened to Naja. Interesting. Okay. Those kidnapper grew up with a psychopathic aunt who told her men being aggressive is normal, and Jesus. And men didn't make Sato feel needed because they were either emotionally attached or too focused on her physique. And the child has been abandoned time and time again. That's why it's toxic on both ends. So I would say it's incredibly toxic from Sato's end as the kidnapper. Because outside of all the normal things that are like really fucked up in this situation, completely outside of that, they're using Shio as essentially an idol on a pedestal of something they could have. What the fuck? Man, that motherfucker. Nice. I just alt-tabbed to do that. You hit him right before I did. Good work. Like I was saying, where the fuck was I? That knocked me right off. So outside of everything, they've put Shio on a platform as an idol, which is incredibly toxic. And they are literally 8 years old. So it's not like they can actually do anything about the situation, escape the situation at all in any way, have a reasonable reaction to this, and they have no power to stop it from happening, which makes it entirely not something that they have any say in, which is fucking awful. And they're also not aware of the full gravity of what something like that would mean. Yeah, exactly. So they have no way to respond reasonably or to know about what the punishments for not living up to that are going to be, which are likely to be pretty brutally awful, especially if they, in their head, see the other person as their caregiver. It's gonna go really fucking badly. Like, outside of everything that is obviously fucked here, that on its own makes this thing not a good idea at all, for the child or the person doing this. They need psychological help, or to be executed or in prison. Either, really any of these three. Yeah. As to the child's end of it, nothing they're doing is toxic here. The kid is just, like, in a fucked situation and is making a bad decision that is going to hurt them negatively. They are not responsible for what an adult is doing here. It's not on them whatsoever. It's damn fucking stupid, and they should get the fuck out of there, but it's not their fault. So I wouldn't say it's a toxic relationship from her end. It's just, the kid is making uninformed decisions that a child would make that are bad decisions and will end badly. And I don't really think you can put any blame on the kid for that one. They're literally 8 years old. Young woman lies tucked in bed with that childlike and unself-conscious peace that blesses all sound sleepers. A faint smile plays across her lips, as if it's some private satisfaction. Someone has brushed her hair back neatly over her head so it doesn't get in her eyes. That's nice. Her eyes are open. I hate that. Oh well. I'm saying Shio is dependent because, yeah, she's a kid. Well, yeah, exactly. That's not, like, on Shio, though. Children just are dependent on care. That's just a fact of life. There's nothing they could ever do about that. How the fuck do I get to these other places? Let's try jumping across the roof. Okay. Huh. Now, where's the door on these? If I get there, maybe I can get to one of them. Okay, there's no door on this side. That's a no. Oh, there's no door on any side. I was wondering if I could jump in and talk to the people there. They're literally stuck in these fucking boxes. There's no door anymore either. What the fuck? Oh well. Let's check. But yeah, I would say if you're like placing any blame on a victim of abuse for making their abuser more dependent on them for emotional regulation, I would say that's fucked, and you need to get checked up on that one. That's not a good thing to have an opinion for. But maybe I'm misunderstanding. They're both dependent on each other. Blah, blah, blah. Shio needs care, and without Shio, yeah. So basically, it's toxic for so many more reasons other than that. But Shio needs care because she's 8 years old. This has nothing to do with the relationship that she's in at all whatsoever. She needs care because she is a emotionally traumatized 8-year-old. And it doesn't really matter where she gets the care from to her. So she's gonna take the first available option that doesn't abandon her because she's been abused. That doesn't make anything okay or better. It doesn't make it necessarily toxic on her end. She's just in need of that. Like, from Shio's end, she's not doing anything wrong. It's entirely toxic because Sato is abusing a child for her own mental well-good, or desire. That's what makes it toxic. It's toxic because it's the fucking, like, caregiver here, as it were, kidnapped a child and is using them as for emotional regulation. That's, like, firstly criminal, and secondly toxic, and third, inhumane and immoral. Like, there's no angle to this that makes this look better. All of these are bad. This person's just a monster. And none of it is on Shio's point of it. Shio's an 8-year-old. She has no fucking responsibility here. She has no capability not to need to be dependent. She just is literally an 8-year-old. There's a reason we call children dependents in the legal system. It's because they're dependent on care. Anyway. But yeah, you basically watched an anime that is some Japanese guy's fucking romanticized version of a pedo relationship, which is fucking horrible. Yeah, that's how... Yes? I don't understand. That part of the relationship isn't toxic. That is the only singular part of the relationship that isn't toxic. That is exclusively the one part of it that's not toxic. Everything else in that relationship is both illegal and toxic. That part right there, that's the one that isn't. Jesus. Like the flip side of this, from what Sato gets out of it, is that Sato desires acceptance and positive affection, and holds the needs of a child as the fucking like reward for giving her what she wants, which is fucking awful and evil. That's the other side of this, which is super fucking horrible. I don't know about that one. From what you've said, there's like a couple people in Shio's life that I think it would be justified to go that far in caring for them. I'm not saying you should, or that I advise that legally, but morally, I think it is the correct stance to take. I'm not advising anyone to do anything, just to be clear. Anyway, welcome to Ferropolis Aircraft Dock. As a certified harbor master of the Winged Merchant Guild, I'll do what I can to help. What does the guild do in Ferropolis? They have... What the fuck do they do here? She sighs. In recent months, not a lot. The king has disallowed free passage into the Clockwork Kingdom. Yeah. So only a handful of captains are licensed to ferry goods, of which there aren't any, because it's eternal winter, and everyone's fucking starving. The only thing they could sell is dreams. I don't know why the fuck they would. Actually, I might be able to get an airship here. Possible. Okay, nope. Damn it. It's not a check. These are the guys that like make shit like that, so I was like, maybe. Maybe, but no. I want an airship, damn it. The water is solid. The back of the pipe is solid. I cannot hide in the pipes. This is sad. This town lacks the sewers that I crave. Oh well. Ooh, hello there. We're having trouble with the king. Talk to Reza. They really helped me out when the guild kept insisting I should be able to grow 2 acres of potatoes in my bathtub? What the fuck? Excuse me? How did Reza help you? They showed me how to file a petition that would pause any goods targets laid on my property. Turns out you have to file it under safety, not targets. All the target petitions go into one big pile that never get read. Where can I find them? Oh, they're down the conduit somewhere. Look for a market trader in brightly colored clothing. Just mind yourself, it's a weird place. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this looks like it's going to be difficult to lockpick. Let's put on our lockpicking set. Okay, well, I mean, that was easy. Fuck. Nice, fine ore. We're in the cycle because Shio needs care. She's furthering her obsession. Yeah. Not blaming Shio for needing care. I'm saying Shadow needs a therapist because yeah, it's very unhealthy. And it's unhealthy for the child to be in this situation as well. So I mean, outside of needing therapy, the legal system might have some requests for her soon. But it is Japan, so I don't fucking know. I know their legal system is fucked in a lot of ways. So is ours. I'm not saying ours is like specifically better, but it is at least different in different ways. Money. You know I can get over here eventually. Okay. God, my stamina goes down so quickly. Whee! Oh, I'm never gonna watch this. Go ahead. I hope the ending is that Shio kills Sato. That's my my favorite headcanon. What the fuck is going on in here? Oh, this is the weapon part. I see. Yeah, she's essentially furthering her obsession just by not negatively reacting to her. That's all she has to do to further the obsession. And it's really all she is doing to further it. Fuck, I can't get up this thing. Oh well. Then we jump. Ah, here we go. We can rest here and then talk to that guy at night. Cops find out where Shio is and threaten to take Shio back home, so Soto sets building on fire and jumps off the roof. In her arms, sacrifices herself for saving Shio. After she wakes up in a hospital, she follows and Sato sit. Oh, that's awful. Wow, that's fucking awful. That's like the worst ending. There was so many fucking ways that could have ended well for Shio, but instead she went the fucking psycho route. God damn it. That's too bad. Well, that's fucking Japan for you. Yeah, that's terrible. The fact that the fucking anime is that bad and then the ending is like literally worse is just awful. What a psycho. Whoever the fuck wrote that needs to be put in prison. We should probably talk to Yasmin. Well, we're about to get hit by the negative thing. I don't want to use a stamina potion. At night in a part of the Upper Ferropolis under the gazebo. Okay, we can do that. We'll go to the upper land. And we'll find out where they are. Open sesame. Save. Ooh, not there. Yes, over here. Alright, then we just go up. And we go find this gazebo. Under the gazebo, huh? Where would the gazebo be? Maybe it's like here? No. Okay, not this person. Oh, wait, the gazebo's over here in the fucking... this thing. There they are. The woman smiles at you with a spark in her sea green eyes. It seems truly without malice. Her mechanical arm gives a fluid salutation, while her brooch marks her as a member of the Machinist Guild. Hello, stranger. Come to escape the world for a bit? Might I ask your name? Oh, I'm simply a citizen of Ferropolis, letting my boiler cool. She sighs. Look at this place. They still trust it to run a little wild, you see. Are you a friend, by chance? Your smile widens. So you got my note. Thank you for coming. Sorry for the cloak and dagger dance. The Mechanarium is tense right now. Being seen with me would put you in danger. My name is Afra. I'm the chief interpreter of the Machinist Guild. I'm very excited to meet you. Charmed, I'm sure. Tell me, friend, which part of yourself do you like the least? If you could change something today, what would it be? My body. I've always struggled to look my reflection in the eye. My heart. I wish I were kinder. Slower to anger, quicker to trust. My charisma. It feels like everyone is sharing a joke I don't get. Lie? Nothing. I'm happy with myself. What does this have to do with anything? I love that that's a lie. That's funny. Let's see. Go with, my body? Because our physique fucking sucks. We have 1 point net? Oh, honey, I know exactly how you feel. Why should you have to accept that? Why shouldn't you be able to change it? We live in an age of marvels, increasing every year. Magic is abundant, fizzing in the air. In the stones, and in our blood. Why not use it? I mean, I'm big fucking magic man here, so I mean, I kind of agree with you, just based on character. Magic is dangerous and always has its price. Wisdom lies in accepting the world as it is. Sure. Because I'm not rich or powerful, it's that simple. That's the realist approach here. I plan to, I just haven't figured out how yet. Nice, that's the fucking based answer. Alright. Ah, you're a magician too. Do you understand? People have this rigid idea of what's possible and what's not. It's all just make-believe. People have no idea what is possible. He's talking very quickly now. What does this have to do with your note? He blinks. Oh, yes, of course, the note. Listen. You already know something is deeply wrong with this kingdom, don't you? Obviously. You needn't pretend. Anyone can see it, even if they're afraid to say it. Go on. It's not just the shortages, or this awful winter, or even the corruption. The king's alterations to reality have lost all rhyme or reason. Things are going missing. People. Houses. Towns. Words. Even memories. Many people blame the machinists, but the truth is that even we no longer understand our king's actions. Hence, I suspect that all these problems are just different sides of one problem. Bluntly, the Clockwork King is going mad, and nobody has any idea why. That is, nobody except me. As chief interpreter, my sacred duty is to analyze His Majesty's wishes. I've become convinced the king is trying to tell us something huge, something we don't want to hear. What exactly did the king say to you? Speaker Sonel won't let me read the logs until he's redacted any confidential information. That'll take months, and we may not have months. I'm told it told me to perform the sacramental duty. It said there might be a critical reality exception. It did also say that. Go with this one, right? Never heard of such a thing. Did it explain what that means? Yes, but it was in some weird language I'd never seen. Of course, those symbols the king spits out are six-fold cipher language. I could read them easily, if only I could access the logs. Damn it all, Sunil, why won't you listen? Friend, this confirms my worst fears, her speech quickens. Because don't you see, it's all connected. If cipher is the true language of reality, and cipher magic is powered by cognition, that means we must account for all relevant cognition within a defined thama space. Which in this case is a whole kingdom. Now, Karak's law states the cumulative cipheric interactions of n cognitive entities may be expressed as six-dimensional vermiform, manifold, according to the function. Listen intently. Afra leaps between apparently unrelated topics at dizzying speed, growing increasingly flustered as she struggles to express the contours of some vast structure inside her head. Sometimes you glimpse details, but the overall shape eludes you. That is absolutely how I feel when I'm trying to, like, express myself on something complex. She stops and takes a deep breath. I'm sorry, this isn't going how I imagined. It's all just so damnably tangled up together. If only... She snaps her mechanical fingers. That's it. You need to see it for yourself. I agree. There's a house here in Feropolis. It's scheduled for removal. Oh, I got her house key. But I've ensured a delay, long enough for you to visit. Take this key. Inside the house, you'll find a mirror. Walk through it. Where exactly would I find this house? The house is tucked away in the lowest level of the city, what locals call the conduits. Oh, nice. Rather worn down there, so you might have to search for a bit. I bet that's where the homeless guy lives. Conduits are hardly a savory place, but you do meet such interesting people. I used to love visiting the bazaar back when I was just a junior interpreter. Alas, with my present rank, it would be most unwise for me to be seen there. Is it dangerous? Quite dangerous, yes. But then again, only a little more so than simply being in the kingdom in the first place. Dress warmly, don't linger in one place for too long, and try not to touch anything. I'll see what I can do. Please try, friend. You can't know how important this is. This fucked me up in a way it was like, considering law enforcement didn't get involved. It was too late, and she at least had a roof over her head, I guess. Yeah, so... law enforcement can be slow to act on things, especially in cases like these, where you're talking about people who are on the outside of a society, which is certainly a problem, but it's definitely hard to do anything about. I wonder if there's anything to steal there. Go ahead and throw on our stealing gear. Do a little bit of stealing around town. I would say it's not good, and that were anything to have happened correctly, as it should have, she would be better cared for elsewhere. And this is just fucked. Ooh, a bittersweet one. Lurid fantasies are a subject of feverish moral debate in the Union. This one is by Anonymous and contains scenes of tenderness and devastating heartbreak. Interesting. Won't mind if I do. Okay. Let's head down to the next store. I love that, like, all the stores can be broken into, and they just have these little rewards for breaking the law there. It's great. Well, let's see. Who's our next victim? Probably you. Okay. Glorious silk. Nice. We'll take that. Now to the armor. What does he have for me? Probably fine metal, but we'll see. God, this little, like, pick tool that we got that lets us not have a broken pick on one lower than our number is so good. Oh, glorious treasure. That's not bad at all. Pretty good on money, though. We don't really need that. We'll still take it, mind you, but we don't really need it. I don't think there's anything to steal there. Alright, then. I think we've robbed this place well. Oh, but where was the alchemical place? Wasn't that also somewhere? I don't remember. I'll have to look around a bit. Make a save, though. Let's see. Keep your eyes open. Maybe the alchemical place was down below in the conduits. We're heading there next anyway, but take a peek around. This is the outside of the kingdom. I don't think that's a business, but we'll look. No, this is the place where they... this isn't a business at all, is it? Pretty sure it's not. We'll check anyway, but I don't think it is. Yeah, not. This is the guy with the missing child. Okay. You have nowhere... Well, they do have somewhere else, though. They could have gone and talked to a police officer and gotten help. Like, you can go to, like... If you're ever in a situation, right, where you're, like, fucked and on the street and you're a minor, you can just go talk to somebody in the government, and they're, like, they basically have to help you. If you go to a police officer and say, hey, I was abandoned as a child by my mother, they'll at least, either if they can't get you to your home, they'll put you in adoption, or in the government's care, as it were. I don't know if this is true in all places, but I'm pretty sure it is in all Western fucking democracies. So I would say, yeah, they did have an option. They're just 8 years old, and they probably didn't think of it. Because they had what looked like a good option to them now. Mind you, their father was still there, so if it was like, go back to abusive father, they could have just fucking outed their father as abusive and then been in the government system anyway. It doesn't always work that way, but you kind of have to try, so. I don't know. I would say considering their mother, like, abandoned the place from abuse, it's probably fairly well documented. That's not universally true. Really shitty police officers don't care. And the average police officer is pretty shitty, but there's good ones too. And it's really easy and good PR to help a child out. So even the shitty ones are likely to give a hand here. Plus, like, the major problem with really shitty police officers is, like, a new one. And mostly in the US and Canada, as far as I've heard. Not in the anime universe? I would say in the Japanese anime universe, almost every time, the police are portrayed as really fucking good. Like, exceptionally good. Almost all the times I've seen, the police are the good guys trying to do good things. So I would say that's not true in this case. How do I find this house down here? Oh, I bet it's that locked fucking door. In one of these ones. Or was it? Not in their universe? Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's possible. What the fuck? Watch your cock. You look like a cove with an eye for the finer things. If you're down the conduits, I'll warrant you're not afraid of walking the wild side. On my name, these are the finest curiosities in all this blessed land. Going for song. Ask where they came from, and we'll get along just fine. Sure. Catch you later, old cock. Nice. Let me see what you have for sale. There's no need for foul language. Thank you very much. Let's call it perusing my collection, shall we? Did you want something, or are you just wasting my time? Sure, let's see your collection. Ooh, he sells lockpicks. Use a couple more of those, sure. I can leave the other ones out, but I'll take these. Thank you. Oh, right, the water collector. Okay, we can't get in there. How do we get across? Talked to that guy before. Okay. Not trying to excuse any of this, but for a manga, this is supposed to fuck with your brain. It does an amazing job. Okay. I mean, it's definitely fucked. It wouldn't change my perception one bit. To be honest. But it is definitely fucked. Let's see. Am I just going in a big circle? I am. Where the fuck do I use this key? They said it was down in the conduits. We're in the conduits. Oh, here it is. That took a fucking age to find. Don't mind if I do. A squirming goblet. Interesting. Not the kind of thing you would normally find. You step to the other side of the mirror. For a moment, you think you're still in Ferropolis, until you look up and see the sky is gone. Instead of the Oneric Isles, familiar red Onuran star, there is only blackness, save for a swirling gyre of dim blue light staring down at you like a malevolent eye. A tenement drifts overhead, unmoored from the earth, tumbling slowly end over end. All around you, the city twists up impossibly into the air. Houses piled upon houses, pipes and drains and gutters spreading like tree branches as far as the eye can see. Interesting. That was how Redditors go, oh, but they just have a mother-daughter. Yeah, they don't have a mother-daughter relationship. They absolutely do not. And the people who are saying that are either being intentionally facetious, or they had really fucked up perceptions of what a mother-daughter's relationship was. Let's see. Cast your return home spell to get out of here. That's interesting. What would that do? You summon the mnemonic mandala in your mind's eye and begin to mouth the well-practiced syllables. But all you get is a sudden splitting headache. It feels like your brain is trying to climb a vast featureless black surface without even a crack for a handhold. Through thick and thin, you come to rely on the cipher magic answering your call. To suddenly be without it is utterly terrifying. Look around. Freezing here. Frost crunches under your feet, and every surface is hung with icicles. You see statues and naturalistic poses cluttering the streets, but no people. From somewhere nearby, there's a sound of discordant music. Interesting. Maybe this is the discordant reality that was created with the king's magic. And he's trying to, like, bring it in line with our reality so there's not, like, a collapse between the two. And that's why we have an eternal winter here. Yeah, no, it's absolutely abusive. They have a horrible, abusive relationship. Let's see. Hello, Afra, anyone? There's no answer, save the echo of our own voice. Examine one of the statues. Your stomach twists as you realize this statue was once a living person. Their mouth is open and their fist is raised in the air, as if they were frozen solid in the midst of a screaming argument. As you explore, you find another frozen person lying tucked up in bed in the middle of the street. Your nightcap with a pom-pom on the end, and a family sitting around a dinner table, forks and cups suspended halfway to their mouths. You shiver. Why the hell did Afra bring you here? Look for the source of the music. The music verges on random noise. Every time you think you've figured out the structure, it changes and slips from your grasp. Sometimes it stops for several minutes, and all you can do is wait, shivering. Yeah, if she just had a dog instead, that would be by far the better option. Like, that's literally, she just wants a pet, and she's, like, confused, and is making a horrific decision because of that. She just needs a dog in therapy, or a cat, either one. Every time you figure out the structure, it changes and slips from your grasp, stops for several minutes, and all you can do is wait, shivering. Interesting. In the deserted remnants of an old plaza, you find a grand piano, its keys plinking and plonking on their own. No other living soul is visible. You shiver. Why the hell did she bring us here? Ignore the scenery and search for a way out. Time seems to work differently here. You feel like you're wandering for hours, but it could be minutes. At some point, you realize you are now upside down in relation to where you started. A rowing boat with two petrified passengers spins in the air. Finally, leaning on the railings of a catwalk that goes nowhere, clad in a well-worn fur coat, you spot Afra. She waves at you. Her breath mists in the air as she gives you a wry smile. Well, fancy seeing you here. What is this place? My best guess is that we're in a pocket dimension created or repurposed by the king. Alternatively, it could be the very beginning of our cosmos before the Neuron Star were born. Or the end after they've died. This is all just speculation, you understand. How did you get here? Same way you did. I discovered this place by chance about a year ago, and I've been studying it ever since. As far as I can tell, no other living machinist even knows about it. Why is it so cold? Have you tried casting spells here? I think the bedrock cipher syntax is broken somehow, or different. That would mean the clauses defining material objects are left incomplete, and loop back into void, dumping their energy as they go. And heat is just energy, really. The hypothesis would be quite heretical in the epistatic union, but suffice it to say that the existence of this place calls orthodox cosmology into question. So this is what you wanted to show me. Yes. This is what the king has been doing. Everything you see here was vanished from our world by the king's magic. When they vanish, reality adjusts around them as if they were never here. Never there. There are hundreds of people here. Houses, streets, towns. It's a silent massacre no one's allowed to think about. And it's speeding up. How is this possible? Years ago, before I joined the Machinists, we gave the king the power to alter people by magic. The idea was that a new society would need a new kind of citizen, new virtues and skills. Before long, my colleagues began using the power to rewrite troublesome personalities, or even erase them from existence. I wish I'd paid closer attention. It wasn't my department, you understand. But this is beyond anything we ever asked for. Scoured the logs, and almost everything here was vanished by the king on its own initiative. In other words, we've lost control. Interesting. Sato basically treats Shio as... Yeah, that's what I was calling out earlier, is that she's basically a dog in this relationship. Yeah. No, yeah, she's literally being treated like a pet. That was, my speculation significantly earlier, like about an hour earlier or so. Yep. Sounds like you got your wish. Afra winces. Perhaps I should have asked more questions, raised more objections, but please believe me, most of my colleagues are not evil people. No one wants this. Are you sure about that? In fact, I've found evidence of at least 12 missing machinists from my own department who nobody remembers. Did any of them try to raise the alarm? Am I really the first to find this place? That's a fucking terrifying question to ask yourself. Interesting. Probably not, honestly. No wonder we always feel so understaffed. What do you mean it's speeding up? Do you know what exponential means? Yes. That's not good. Suppose you have 2 spore mites, and they breed. Then you have 4 spore mites, and then they breed. Then you have 8 spore mites. Yes, I know what it means. That's not how spore mites work! That is the funniest fucking answer here. She waves her hand in mild irritation. It's a metaphor. I'm not a farmer. Can't we help these people? Bring them back somehow. Afra looks pained. Anything that stays here more than about 6.5 hours becomes irrevocably void-touched and would disintegrate upon returning to our world. The best we can do is try to stop the inflow. That's fucked. How can this be stopped? Afra twists up the corner of her mouth in a mirthless smile. I was hoping you'd ask that. We've lingered here long enough. If you're willing to help step through the mirror, you're willing to help step through this mirror and meet me back in Unison Park after nightfall. I have another question first. Let's not chat too long, let's become permanent residents. Okay, then that's all I need to know, I guess. Yes, let's get out of here. Can I go back in? Is that an option? Deal to you. Okay. Well, it's currently the same night, so let's go back to the park then. Make sure we put on our right gear. We want to make sure we're in our bartering. Oh, this fucking thing again. How did we get rid of this before? There we go. There. Okay. Now we just go back up to the park before sunrise hits. Probably coming on soon. Aha! Afra's mechanical arm gives you a fluid salutation. So, friend, now you've seen the cost of the king's madness, will you help me? I'll compensate you, of course, as best as a humble engineer can. Have my attention. Oh, King's mercy, thank you. You cannot know how grateful I am that someone understands. I've been working on a spell that would stop the vanishings, and reform the King's power so they can only alter people at their own request, with their consent, just like we talked about, see? Unfortunately, my spell must be enacted inside the King's audience chamber, and these days only Speaker Sinil and his inner circle are allowed in. They're also paranoid about the saboteur. Which you probably are, in, thought process. But you, the King summoned you specifically. Do you realize how rare that is? Majesty doesn't make mistakes, only decisions we don't understand yet, and Its Majesty has decided you are important. If we can induce the King to summon you again, Sinil would have to let you in. He'd never disobey a royal command. Then you can input my spell. Does that all make sense? I have questions about this plan of yours. Whatever is clouded, I shall strive to illumine? Should be illuminate, but whatever. What happens if I don't input your spell? Then I'll try to find another way, but I fear our clock is short. The King is giving us a million warnings, and we're ignoring all of them. There may not be another chance before the situation becomes irretrievable. How am I? I'm doing alright. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I had an alright weekend. Next weekend I'm going out camping, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm just getting things prepped for that for the most part. How are you doing, Luna? What does that mean, irretrievable? It means you can't retrieve it, dumbass. Best case scenario is that Sinil is right and I am wrong. King's madness will self-correct over time. Everything will balance out. In the middling scenario, everyone in the kingdom vanishes and this entire island is consumed by the corruption. After the worst case scenario, according to my analysis, there is an outside chance we would suffer a catastrophic arcane event akin to a miniature world rend. A fact that would probably be limited to this island is cold comfort to those of us that still live here. What else can I make lucid? Tell me more about what your spell does. Actually, something I've been working on for years. Cipher magic allowed me to become who I am today. And I believe everyone should have that power, so why not let the King alter anyone who asks for it? Once I understood the scale of the vanishings, however, I realized that my spell might be the only way to halt them quickly enough without introducing some other potentially catastrophic new fault. If my analysis is correct, this would begin to heal the King's madness while improving the lives of everyone in the kingdom. Alas, Speaker Sinil has not been receptive to these ideas. I really want some more body mods, but my mom and bank account won't let me. I mean, yeah, fair enough. That's kind of the cost of these things. What do you mean by body mods? Do you mean like piercings or like tattoos or something? Or do you mean like you want to cut off your hand and get a new robot hand? No judgment, that shit is sick as fuck, by the way. Big fan of the direction that the ability to alter the body is going, scientifically and engineering-wise. Let's see. Would you try to tell Snell about the mirror world? Yes, he told me that I was mistaken, that it was all just a mirage of the corruption. This wasn't my department. I even questioned whether I might be falling prey to corruption myself. I've been under surveillance ever since. What else can I make lucid? That's all my questions for now. Gosh, I hope that all made sense. I think you're the first person who ever heard the whole thing out loud. Back to the task at hand. First we must catch the King's attention. About a month ago, strange phenomena were reported in a graveyard outside Ferropolis. Oh, both a piercing and a tattoo. Okay, sick. I mean, those are hella expensive. And they require upkeep to make them, stay clean. Because you effectively have 2 more increased infection sites. But if you have the money, and it's not that much of an issue for you, then, I mean, go for it. But, I mean, considering your mom and bank account won't let you, I'm assuming that's not the case. In which case, you might need to save up a bit. Let's see. Reported in a graveyard outside Ferropolis suggests that these phenomena are a secret message from Its Majesty. First we must catch the King's attention. Okay, I see. Interesting. Take my Machinist Guild insignia, and investigate the graveyard. Graveyard Keeper may be able to assist you. Use it carefully, friend. These insignia command great power throughout the kingdom. Now, I could be wrong, but I suspect the message will begin with music like this. It becomes a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal all at once. Like a lullaby from time's own beginning. You have a good voice, you know. He looks genuinely pleased. How kind. Well, perhaps this whole machinist business doesn't pan out. I can make a living as a troubadour. Maybe. So, is your mission clear? What can I do with your insignia? Where will I find this graveyard? How can I abuse the power and authority you've given me? Fucking great question. Where do I find this graveyard? Outside Ferropolis, to the northwest. If you leave via the main causeway, you'll see a broken ley pylon running downhill to your left. Follow them until you come to the graveyard. I think I've been there. So, is your mission clear? What can I do with the insignia? Well, the Machinist Guild is empowered to act the king's own authority. My colleagues use their insignia to investigate crimes, requisition goods, and generally compel obedience. He frowns. I must stretch. This brooch is a privilege, not a toy. I trust you won't do anything untowards with it. Lie, of course, I'll only use it for a mission. No, I'll be careful with it. He looks relieved. Good. After all, if the guild were to find out... Well, no matter. I'll break 1,000 rules if that's what it takes to save the kingdom. Hell yeah. So, is your mission clear? I think I understand. How else can I empower you? Nope. Just wish me luck. All the luck in the world. Oh, and friend, please don't breathe a word of our plan to anyone. Especially Speaker Sunil. I shudder to think what he'd do to us if he found out. Like, they could be the saboteur. It's possible. But, I think in a situation where things are going badly for this kingdom and have for a long while, doing nothing is the riskier option. And the king did give us a mission that we don't understand, so taking what we get from that, making our own decision seems to be the correct choice anyway. The cab company doesn't want to drive me there because it's too close to home, so I'm dependent on your mom to bring me to the shop. She wants me to think about it first. Oh, I mean, that's not a big deal. Just consider it more. And if you're still of the opinion that you would like it to happen in the way that you want it to, tell her that you would still like that, and then in some time you'll have your body mod, yeah? That seems like a non-issue. Just waiting a while to get a tattoo or a piercing is never really a problem. Nothing that needs to happen for basically a tattoo, for any body mod, really, needs to happen fucking immediately right now. I personally don't see the issue with that, but I don't know. Hell, if my kid asked that of me, that's what I would tell them is, I'm willing to take you, I just want you to think about it for a month first and come back to me on it. These are expensive things that are done, and they are a pain in the ass to get rid of. And it can be a lot of money. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's a 20-minute drive. Why can I not just get a cab? I don't know why you can't get a cab. Probably because the drive for the cab to get to your place is more than it is to actually move you from place to place. That would be my guess. Or that they're already overburdened, and that sticks on to the issue of it not being like a big enough issue. Like, you have a wheelchair. A 20-minute drive is like, what, fucking an hour walk? So probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours in the wheelchair. Actually, it depends on the road condition. If the road is shitty and it's like up and down, it could be much longer. Not sure. Either way, you've got options. Check my quest list. Our delusion points haven't gone up at all. Are we at cap? I hope not. I don't know if there is a cap. I'm not sure why the fucking cab won't take you. I'm not sure what the situation is there. But I imagine that is the reason why. How do I get to that rock anyway? Probably near the ship, honestly. Literally says, unless I have an airship, I can't get there. Doy. Let's see. Okay. Well, freight capsule somewhere in the countryside northwest of Ferropolis. I can go do that right now. Whispering of Ghosts. I've started that one, but I need more stuff to upgrade that. I'm guessing the 20-minute drive is not a living wage for the chauffeur. It's 19 kilometers and they charge 26 cents per kilometer. Yeah, it's probably such a small pennies thing that the cost of them going out there to pick you up and then going back to their next assignment will end up costing them or not making it a living wage. That's probably what it is. That would make total sense. I love how much my fucking thing freaks out every time I go to take a drink. Oh well. Let's see. Madden's the King. Search the graveyard. The vision trade. Okay, this is the one we can do in the town. We need to confront Vidal, but we need to wait until morning for that. In which case, let's go check out some of these vision things that we've gotten. I've been hanging on to them in case they're quest items, but I mean, might as well check out what they are. I've only seen it make somebody go into a coma once, so... Clearly it's not that dangerous. Okay. Now let's see. And sceneries of surreal divinity and moderate dread. Wheelchair has a maximum battery radius of 6 kilometers, so I won't make it there. Oh, that does suck. Yeah, unless you could, like, bring excess batteries with you, you're kind of fucked on that one. In which case, like, I don't know, maybe you could charge more or offer more money to the cab to maybe make it worth their while. I don't know. Other than that, you're just reliant on other people to help you. What else could you do, now that I'm thinking about it? You could acquire several large dogs, build a sled with wheels, and have them pull you to the destination, assuming they were well trained enough, or that you could steer them well enough they don't take you into traffic. This is a possible way of doing this for you. You simply need a team of huskies. And, you know, essentially a wagon. In a few minutes of emptying the bottle, you fall into a deep yet restless sleep. You're in your childhood cottage in the mountain of the Clockwork Kingdom where gods in extravagant brass masks have gathered to coordinate their plans to the end of time. You could also build a proto-car with a gas engine. People do this all the time, like basically a go-kart, and then drive your way up there in what is tenably a potentially legal form of transport. You have options, all the options in the world. You simply need the parts to construct the correct form of transport for you, that's all. Oh god. Just imagining seeing somebody like being fucking driven around by a team of huskies in like the fucking Netherlands. That'd be fucking wild. Anyway. You're in your childhood cottage in the mountains of the Clockwork Kingdom, where gods in extravagant brass masks have gathered to coordinate their plans for the end of times. You try every rhetorical gambit you can imagine to make them postpone it, but the discussion gets lost in irrelevant detail. What will we tell the Hydra, objects the surging god of death. You wake up with a sense of creeping doom. Interesting. Within a few minutes of emptying the bottle, you fall into a deep yet restless sleep. Heinrich is stalking you through the hedge mages, keeps shouting obscenities about your friends so that you'll laugh and reveal your position. Eventually he succeeds, and you drag him into the brambles to make the most mind-blowing love you've ever known. Oh yeah. Wake up tingling with a ghost of whiskey on your lips. These are all from B. Moradaz, from the tower as well. That's why I'm checking them out. Let's see. Let's check out the spider one. Within a few moments of emptying the bottle, you fall into a deep yet restless sleep. Your pet hunting spider has stolen your mustache. I'm sorry, what the fuck? She looks ridiculous, but she's far too agile to catch and crosses her pedipalps at even the most succulent bribe. Everyone keeps tittering at your naked upper lip. When you appeal to the Clockwork King, it just sighs. She never listens to me either. You wake up oddly interested in getting a pet hunting spider. What the fuck? Okay. These are great. Your rival's cutlass swishes and clangs as he pushes you back along the yard arm with deft strokes. Smoke from the burning sails stings your eyes. Brain, please. Smoke from the burning sail stings your eyes. Last chance, dog, he snarls. Apologize for crashing my wedding. It seems like only yesterday you were playing cards together in the quiet Orloff deck. Nestled among coiled ropes as thick as your thigh, under the pale phosphorescence of the ship's gargantuan hull, mending slime mold. Back in the present, the slime mold sings as it dies. Your ship lists heavily to port, and your rival loses his footing. But on a split-second impulse, you lunge down and seize his hand. He dangles, staring up into your eyes with a mixture of fury and something else. You wake up with a nerve flutter, eager to dream again. Interesting. And we still got this one. Perfect copy of a single vivid dream. His lurid fantasies are a subject of feverish moral debate in the Union. This one by Anonymous contains scenes of tenderness and devastating heartbreak. You walk along a pine-forested cliff top with a beautiful woman. On the shore of a great inland lake, it's your last day together, and it's perfect. As you lie beside her by the fire that night, listening to the rhythmic crash and hiss of the waves, she tells you that you're going to be okay. You believe her. You wake with a feeling of inconsolable loss. Later you notice the label read, "In loving memory." Oh, that's terrible. That's a fucking awful thing to dream about. Okay, well. Now we just dream until morning. And then we can go talk to the dream salesman. Should be upstairs. So, this way. Here he is. Welcome back, good citizen. What's your fancy today? I'm on behalf of a customer called Naja. Naja? Why, yes, she's a regular of mine. One of my best customers, actually. But I haven't seen her in weeks. Is anything the matter? It's not good. I'm afraid she's very sick. Biddle's face falls into an expression of horror as you explain the situation. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I've, read about this happening. Of course, it's just never... I mean, nobody I know. Look, I don't know anything about this. I'm just a shopkeeper, you understand. You're well connected in the vision trade. You must know someone who can help. Am I meant to believe you didn't notice your best customer was an addict? Let's go to number 1. It's less accusatory. Bro, this is my charger. Alright, let me see this. That's wild. Alright, in that case, what you do is you have a gas generator strapped to a side of your wheelchair, anywhere that it doesn't knock it over with you in it. And then you plug it in and charge your battery so that you're able to continuously go forward past 6 kilometers with the power of gasoline. In this way, you would be capable of going farther than the 6 kilometers, as you could charge your battery multiple times and eventually make the trip. Alternately, you have several batteries with this thing charging it if it takes too long to charge, so that during your 6 kilometer trip, you can then change it out. Imagine having to just go into a Starbucks to charge myself. Yeah, I mean, honestly. I'd probably pick somewhere else than a fucking Starbucks, but fair enough. Starbucks is okay, I guess. They're just really fucking overpriced, and it's not very good coffee. I don't know. That's fucking funny, though. I like the idea more of just having a ramshackle, like, fucking machine to make it so that you can progress farther. But I mean, that's fine too. I don't know how long it takes to charge either, so we'll go with number 1. He's well connected. He seems to take strength from your words. Yes, you're right. Now it's just my customer, and I have a responsibility to her. Kings knows I never wanted to do her any harm. Oh, I'm sure. Dr. Prip, that's the man you want. He's a medical genius and quite a canny businessman. He invented much of the technology that sustains our trade. I know he's been studying dream sickness very closely. Prip runs the Royal Vision Works out in Cloud Pine Oblast. It's in the far northeast of the kingdom, on its own little island, out beyond the mountains. I'm sure you'll have some treatment or elixir for poor nausea. But all sighs, sounding rather less chirpy than usual. Well, what else can I do for you today? No, that's it. See you later, fool. Alright, time to go explore the outer bits of the island now again. Since we've gotten the quests that we need from these fine gentlemen. Don't mind the open chest behind you, sir. I had nothing to do with that, probably. Okay. Hell yeah, speed time. Okay. We have that one activated. Where does this go? Let's just quickly check this. Ooh. Well, that's something nice. Now we can use our speedster as well. Once again, when we get up there. Oh, this is like the place we can buy. How do we get this anyway? It is clearly property. We have to buy it from someone, right? Oh well. If there's someone who sells it, I haven't met him. My mana back, thank you. Alrighty, I know the tower's up there, so could just start heading right there. Right, we've been in that one. Looking for like a downed electrical pole for the graveyard, I think. It's to Sam Mole's place. A note has been added crudely. Horace Metcalf's stories rule. Nice. Its way to the corrupted lands on command of the king. All citizens are forbidden entry. Okay, lovely. I think we'll head up to the tower then. Hope that we're capable of actually, you know, talking to him now. Because he really didn't seem to care about us last time. Ignore the giant spiders. There we go. Okay. We're probably safe up here. Bean emits a buzz, then a distorted human voice. Go away, nobody's home. Nobody's home, who are you? Like I said, nobody. If I want to talk to nobody, nope. Okay. Damn. I was hoping after reading his thing we'd be able to talk to him. Charge every night. Your mom, my mom forgot to plug it in once during my time in high school, so I'd take 10-pound charge into pee and tell the teacher no can do on dodgeball, battery died. I just sat there charging for an hour. That fucking sucks. That's too bad. I like dodgeball. Dodgeball's fun. Excuse me, spider boys. You don't really offer me anything for killing you, so I'm just avoiding you. Thank you. Can I do anything with this? This? No. Bye-bye. Oh, right, the cannon one. I need to watch out for projectiles, I guess. Not sure how to get into this tower yet. Maybe it'll be one of the things with the guy later. Metcalf, the Dark Star. Okay, and this is the way to the vision works. Let's go down there for now. Nice. I find it really disturbing that it's like the eyeball that we get those silk threads from, but that's fine. Such a good spell. Okay, and then we just go in the back. Yasmin's daughter, Nadja, has fallen into an endless sleep due to bottled vision addiction, leaving her family on the brink of ruin. Managed to find a way inside the Royal Vision Work, where you've been told you might find a cure for nausea. Now look for Dr. Prip. But yeah, I've been here before. Alright, we have the right stuff equipped. Sat in the back of the class with my murder mystery book I was reading. I mean, fair enough. Not much else to do. And we just go up and find Dr. Prip. He's just out at the top. Love the view. So nice. Okay. Here we are. Greetings again, visitor. How may I help you? I'm here on behalf of a woman who can't wake up. It's weird? I think it's nice. I like looking out on the blasted ruins of this world that once was, as they survive on these, like, starving islands that rotate around a neuron star. It's fucking awesome in the most desolate way. It's beautiful. Anyway, listens to your tale with studious dispassion. I can go 10 kilometers an hour if my battery life is 6 kilometers? That's terrible. That's fucking awful. They could have at least given you 10 kilometers fucking battery life so you would have an hour at speed. It's dog shit. That's so little battery life too, like what the fuck? Dr. Prip listens to your tale with studious dispassion, his brow slightly furrowed. It's a most unfortunate case. Alas, it is also a familiar one. Would you like the good news first or the bad news? Good news. The good news is that I can offer at least 2 solutions to the poor girl's predicament. Her mother may not like them, but I am a doctor and not a minor god. Bad news is that there is no known cure for chronic onironism, once it's advanced to such a late stage. Naturally, this is a major avenue of my research, but in my professional opinion, it is unlikely to bear fruit for at least a decade. The simplest option is for Nadja to join our happy crew. Many of our workers are chronic cases like her, and I can assure you they are comfortable and well taken care of. Her mother would share in the profits while being relieved of the burden of caring for her, and could visit regularly during our open hours. Naturally, we would also pay you a finder's fee. This sounds a whole lot like selling your daughter into slavery, Doc. I don't know about this one. I can't offer more money to the cab company also because they don't do bribes. I mean, I feel like this is less of a bribery and more payment for service, but fair enough. Alternatively, Yasmin could buy her own vision siphon, also known as a dream crown. I believe the current price is 120 coins, including permit fee. This would enable her to support Nausea at home by bottling and selling her visions independently. Jesus fuck, these are terrible options. Tell me more about her becoming one of your workers. Chronic Onironists are an interesting cohort for all their outward lethargy. Their imaginations remain superbly active, which is to say, profitable. Jesus. Here at the Works, we can bottle their visions en masse using cutting-edge equipment, and we enjoy good relationships and very favorable rate with both domestic and foreign distributors. We also host a weekly support group for family members of the Chronic Onironists. Yasmin will be welcome to attend. Any other questions? Tell me about her buying a dream crown. If memory serves, she could buy one at Vidal's shop. She would need a permit, but since I chair the body that approves said permits, that won't be a problem. I must caution you that without the benefit of our extensive distribution network and our royal monopoly on exports, this option would inevitably be less lucrative for Yasmin. On the other hand, with practice, Yasmin could learn to capture her own dreams and administer them to Naja, potentially permitting a form of bi-directional communication between the pair. Any other questions? I'll see what she thinks. I'm for the other option. That seems the more likable option, rather than just selling her child off to this guy, but we'll see what she thinks. Why don't you take one of our standard contracts for her to read through? A pre-stamped 0th class royal post envelope is included in the package. If Yasmin accepts our offer, I shall leave your finder's fee with the Vidal Fission Trade in Feropolis. Shove it up your arse, thanks, I suppose. Remember, this is not a decision that should be taken lightly. I encourage Yasmin to take all the time she wishes. Sure. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the one who ends up paying the 120 coins, though. So I'm probably going to just egg her on to make the right decision immediately, but we'll see. I do find it funny that he's like, so you could either sell the child to me, or you could hook her up for your own fucking sale yourself. These are your two options. Enjoy. At least on one of them, the mother could like send her dream experiences to the child, and then have some form of communication. Like that's something. That is fucking something. I don't know. It seems like the right thing to do. 15 CAD monthly for my bus pass, but they charge the kilometer fee depending on where I go. I mean, yeah, that does make sense, because it's probably based on the distance from their, like, cab location. Wait, can't you, like, take a bus to the location? Oh, I thought this would be open for some reason. I don't know why I did. Is there no way to, like, get a bus there? I think I'm looking for a fallen telephone pole or something, they said. The graveyard. Looks a little iffy, but it's not exactly fallen. Is this even to the north, west of the location? Oh, we have so much more of this map now. Oh, it's probably the object graveyard I'm trying to go to. Adoy. Yeah, like public transport. Can you not, like, get a fucking bus to the location? Do they not, like, have buses that accommodate your wheelchair? Like, I know they have buses like that at certain stops in, like, Canada. So I'm like, I don't know if they do that in the Netherlands, so. Like, they have a ramp that goes out so you can get up on there, and they have space for it. Oh, do they not have that in the Netherlands? That fucking sucks. Over here, like, most of our buses are equipped with, like, or at least in my area, they're equipped with, like, the rail thing that goes out, so that people with a wheelchair can get on. And they're of a size that the wheelchairs fit going in, and then they have, like, this whole fucking section where either if you're a wheelchair person, you go there. If you're like a lady with a stroller, you can put the stroller there. Or if you're standing, you can fit there if it's like really crowded. It's like we have options for that over here. I just assumed it was the same there. That fucking blows. Great. What are other missions? We should, well, I mean, we could go to Nadia. We should do Nadia before we do the rest of the main quest line, because that's sort of where we're headed to right now. I mean, the world might blow up, but let's help her with her daughter first, you know? She's in one of these whack-ass places. Which one was it? This one? Only to the ramp if you call 45 minutes before using the public transport and they don't drop you off at your destination? That fucking sucks. What the fuck? That's terrible. Like, the bus system that I have that I dislike it because it takes, like, fucking hours in between the buses. To where if I want to go 30 minutes the entire goddamn day. But that sounds pretty terrible. Ah, there we are. Find Yasmin feeding her daughter porridge from a wooden bowl. Singing a soft lullaby, she looks worn down to the bone. Glancing your direction. Ah, hello again. Did you have any luck? I found a doctor, but it's not good news. They hand her the sheaf of paper that Prip gave you and begins to explain. From the way Yasmin listens, you can tell that she has plenty of experience maintaining composure in the face of tragedy. This time, though, it's not enough. Awkwardly, there. Let's go with the silent tug. When she's finished, she looks over at Nadia for a moment. Oh, my darling, how could I have let this happen to you? Fucking terrible. Looks back at you. I know you did your best, but this is quite the dilemma you've brought me. What do you think I should do? I'd keep her at home even if we struggle sometimes. Yes, you can't put a price on family. I may not know how to care for Nadia properly or bottle visions, but I can learn. King knows I've seen a lot of change in my life. Although it would be a lot of work. If my sickness flares up, I might not be able to keep the business going. Could easily end up back where we started without a penny. You literally have a proprietor beneath your fucking house that sells the visions. If you need help, I'm sure you could fucking ask. Oh well. It's in his business fucking... It's literally in his own best interest to help you anyway. Whatever. Heart tells me I should keep Nadia here no matter how long it takes me to learn the vision trade or how difficult it would be to take care of her. If there's any way that I can still communicate with her, even if there's only through dreams, I want to take it. Truthfully, though, it's moot. I don't have 120 coins to buy a dream crown. I knew it. And I doubt I ever will. God damn, you people are poor. Will my neighbors have been a tremendous help, but there isn't that much cash in this entire tenement. You're wrong, lady. I have like 600 fucking coins on me right now. I suppose I'll get in touch with Dr. Prip and begin the process. What else can I do? The vision works in the right place for her. Oh, that's terrible. No, they go constantly here, as in 15 minutes between each bus. Oh, that's crazy fast. They just never accommodate electric wheelchair users because they get a cab anyway, so why would they? The entire goddamn point of public transport is to transport the public. Are you suddenly not a member of the goddamn public? I don't know about that one. That's fucking wild. What if I could pay for a dream crown? You can tell that Yasmin is conflicted about your offer. What? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that. You've already helped so much. Nice. Really, I insist. Call it a loan if you like. No interest. Pay it back before the world ends. She smiles a little, then looks up at you with tears in her eyes. Very well, then. That will be enough time, I should think. I fucking hope so. God damn it. Whatever the outcome, you've helped Nadia more than I could have asked. I wish I could pay for your time, but, well, perhaps this will suffice. Oh, we got a house deed. This is how we get the house. Hell yeah. Hella worth. This is a deed to our old family home, just outside Ferropolis. Technically, we need a fish in the Clockwork King for a change of ownership. But since the militia have all but abandoned the countryside, you should be left alone. No, I'm not. My wheelchair is too large to be part of the public. You've sent me your wheelchair. I've seen people with wheelchairs as bulky or more bulky on the buses that I've been on, so I would say that's some fucking bullshit, but I mean, you know, you do you. Like the space I'm talking about that is left for the fucking public who needs it, who is in a wheelchair, is an open space that is about half the length of the bus and takes up about 3/4 of the width of it. So it's got enough fucking space. You can fit your fucking wheelchair in there. I don't know. Let's see. This is the deed to our old family home just outside Ferropolis. Technically, we need to petition. Should be left alone. Okay. Thank you, Yasmin. This time her smile is warm and genuine. May you have more luck with it than we did. Damn, that fucking sucks, Luna. I dislike that. I fucking... It's so easy to do. You just take the damn chairs out of, like, 1/4 of the fucking bus. Like, it's not a problem. I don't know. Especially if you have fucking 15 a bus every 15 minutes. It can't be that damn crowded. I've been on buses that are so damn crowded, we have people, like, climbing onto consoles to fit in. Like we're one of those fucking trains out of India. Like, that's the shit that I had to deal with when I was going to college. So I doubt it's that fucking bad if you got them that regular, because we sure as shit didn't. And it worked just fine there, I don't know. Where am I going? Oh, I should be going to the dream guy. Whoopsie. Here he is. Greetings, you seller of terrible things. About your customer, Naja. Yes, do you have any news? Yasmin is going to start selling Naja's visitors from home. I thought you should know. I take it Dr. Prip wasn't able to cure her then. It'll be a difficult change for Naja's mother, but bravo to her for making a go for it. Naturally, I'll do everything I can to set her up. In fact, if she's willing to sell through me, I won't charge her any distribution fees for the first year. Catch a side of your expression. I mean, for the first 3 years. Damn right. This knife means business, and so do I. He sounds less chirpy than usual. Well, what can I do for you today? Let's see. See what visions you're selling. I guess I can buy it here. Maybe? No. You should have the crown. I just give her 120 gold? Is that how that worked? You know, it kind of looks like I did. Okay. I thought I'd have to buy it from him and talk to her, but I guess not. How much did we get for this? Okay, it's only a small fraction, but clearly we can still level up. This is good. Let's look at our quest list then. Da-da-da-da. Proud to accept. Okay, next we go to the Library of Untruths. And then we go to the graveyard after we deal with the kid thing. I think. I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong way. Shit. There we go. This is the correct direction. After our correction of direction. The direction correction, as it were. Ah. And we can check on our house here while we're here. Like, they accommodate manual wheelchairs if the chauffeur is willing to help you get into the bus, but my wheelchair is 600 pounds, no one's going to carry me in. Oh, I mean, you don't really need to be carried in, you just sort of ride on with the ones I'm thinking about. Because it has the ramp thing that goes down, so it's like... It's like you're going up a ramp, it's not like you need carrying in. Interesting. I will check this out later. We want our other house in Hollowshire more anyway. We're trying to save up goods for that as it is. Let's look on our map where we have Library of Untruths. Okay. Know how to get there, I'm pretty sure. So let's give ourselves a speed boost. Hit this to give our mana back. Okay. Library of Untruths should be down this way. And then over here? Or I think the way in is actually up top. Yeah, here we go. Man, that thing is fucking creepy. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hello again, dearie. Can I help you find anything? Is this the Library of Untruths? I know it is, but okay. The Library of what? That certainly doesn't sound like a real place, dearie. If such a place did exist, you wouldn't be allowed there, and so if this was it, you'd have to leave, but... Smile sweetly at you. It doesn't, and this isn't, so you're fine. Does this change your answer? Hold up locket. He frowns. What's this? Did Oleg send you? Damn it, I've already told him I know nothing about me. Yeah, they literally don't have a ramp. That's fucking terrible. Her eyes catch Locket and suddenly she can't look away. Locket. They could just add a ramp, though. You do recognize it. I've never seen this locket in my life, except why does it feel so... She takes it gingerly, feeling it in her hands. She shoves the locket back at you. Please leave. Tell that drunken bloody oaf I want nothing to do with him, and I'm not... Slams her fist on the desk, emphasizing her point, prompting a chorus of mechanical chitters from the ceiling. Librarian sighs, lowers her voice to a sharp whisper. As I said, I'm not rescinding my petition. Sorry, what petition do you mean? Our divorce petition. Isn't that what Oleg sent you for? We've been waiting more than a year for Its Majesty's ruling. Unfortunately, there's a backlog. Misunderstand, I'm looking for Oleg's missing child. He listens to our explanation with growing alarm. But that's preposterous. That can't be right. I know that isn't. Her eyes return to the locket. King's mercy. It's true, isn't it? You have to call 45 minutes in advance to get the ramp? Why the fuck would they take the ramp off? Oh, wait. Do they just have, like, a couple buses with ramps or something? So you have to call ahead so they can get the ramp bus out there? That would make more sense. Like, that just sounds like they haven't installed the ramps in all the buses yet, kind of thing. Like a midterm solution while they try and wait for funding to get it on all of their buses. I don't know, but that's what it sounds like to me. Looks back at you seemingly on the verge of tears. I apologize for my outburst. I'm a little taken aback. You see, it's my child too. Listen, I can't help you. This is just an ordinary library, you see. There's nothing here about any missing child. And I am authorized to help you with whatever you need. Interesting. You understand? Oh, right. This is the Library of Untruths. So there's nothing here about any missing child. And I am authorized to help you with whatever you need. Yeah, I think I understand. I get it. You're enchanted so you can't talk about this place. Gives you a meaningful look. Don't be absurd. There used to be a librarian here who could only lie, but she turned into a dragon and flew away. That's funny. Let's see. Is there anything you are allowed to talk about? Whatever do you mean? Naturally, I can tell you basic facts about this library, such as how to access documents. And no one will mind if we chat about our own lives, or the weather or such like. I just can't discuss any hidden purpose of the library, or some spooky enchantment it might be under, because of course neither thing exists. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help, dearie. They have a plank, a metal plank. Oh shit. That's fucking awful. That is a bad solution. Like, that is really, we don't have enough funding fucking solution right there. Goddamn. Let's see. If there were any records of your child, how would I find it? Well, since neither I nor Oleg can remember the child, it stands to reason that they never existed. If they never existed, there couldn't be any records, certainly not here. Anyway, there's no way to access the reading room upstairs without a royal permit, no way at all. Can you imagine if it was something as simple as a hidden lever? Her brief gazily darts down under her desk. She yawns theatrically. Oh dear, I'm feeling rather tired. You'll behave yourself if I rest my eyes for a moment, won't you? Reach over her desk for the hidden lever. Your fingers quest around underneath the lip of her desk until they find something that clicks. Upstairs, you hear your mechanical door clank open. That's cute. Okay. You've been very helpful. Thank you, dearie. It's, Genevieve, by the way. My name's Genevieve Mishkin. I don't know why, but I felt you should know that. Interesting. Okay. Maybe that's supposed to be the multi-peed they were talking about before. Oh well. Or like an insect, if anything, though. Aha! The machine thrums with sorcery. A quill is tethered to it by a silver chain. There's a skull in the middle. Why is there a skull? I like it, but why is there? Welcome to the Library of Untruths. Please inscribe thy query. Beware, unsanctioned access is punishable by controlled annihilation. Show me your file on Oleg Igorovich Mishkin. Wheels and gears begin to spin below your feet. You hear the library pulling up scrolls to be loaded into the machine, pondering. Alas, cannot summon codex, record of fault, codex not sanctioned for this installation. Only redacted subjects are listed in this archive. Descrying related codices. Genevieve, Elodie, Mishkin, Branch 1, Igor, Sulemanovic, Mishkin. Show me the files on Genevieve, Mishkin, Branch 1. One time I went with public transport. I called them and I was like, hello, I'm wheelchair bound. Could you please notify the plank guy? They said yes, and then forgot about the plank. Don't worry, Luna, we told him. We did forget about the plank, but he is aware that you're coming. And he's gassed to hear it. That's fucking worthless. Why wouldn't they just keep the plank on the bus? Why wouldn't they just mount it to the fucking, like, in like, the fucking, what's the word? In one of the internal cabinets at, like, the back. Like, the buses always have shit like that. Why would they literally not just mount it to the bus if it's not inside? Why is it like a thing they have to get? That's so weird. Ah, whatever. For Genevieve, please. True name. Dickly Sickly. Genevieve Elodie, Michigan, branch 1. Birthday, Enterex 17, month 5, day 5. Birthplace, St. Void, Apostatic Republic of Bione. Status redacted. Yeah, I don't fucking know. This seems like a really weird solution. Show me a list of this person's relatives. Branch 0, status alive. Oleg Igorovich, Michigan, spouse, status alive. First child, status deceased at birth. That's sad. Second child, status deceased, age 7, pox. Oof. One more entry which somehow didn't appear in your initial search. Alas, cannot conjure verse. Third child, status, alas, cannot conjure verse. Interesting. Tell me more about this person's history. Year 20, branch created by order of Mechanicus Rex. Following selection of original for sensitive clerical service, immediately detained for intensive vetting. Failed first vetting, revised accordingly. That is why I never go with public transport. Honestly, that's fair. That is fucking pathetically bad. Past second vetting, revision applied to original. Subject redacted by order of Mechanicus Rex. Tell me more about Genevieve's unknown third child. Alas, cannot summon Codex, record of fault, subject, re-index under Royal Project. Horoscope, by petition of Sunil Khan, King Speaker. Interesting. What is Project Horoscope? Alas, cannot summon chapter, record of fault, chapter sealed by petition of Sunil Khan, King Speaker. Show me anything related to this person. Pondering, the machine rumbles and whirs for some time as it dredges up the next scroll from deep within the recesses of the library. Annals of Royal Project Horoscope. Case file subject 5. Original true name, whatever. Common name, alas, cannot conjure verse. Enterex 4, month 5, day 59, unknown. Yansk Oblast, birthplace. Branch 0, original, alas, cannot conjure verse. Branch 1, dead by suicide. Branch 2, dead in prison. Branch 3, executed for sedition. Branch 4, emigrated without permit. Branch 5, assigned to royal service. What the fuck? Huh? As it's always the plank guy? Yikes. It's terrible. I don't understand. Who are all these people? Cannot summon chapter. Chapter sealed. Okay, of course. What does cannot conjure verse mean? Compendium of Faults, 57th edition. Fault, etc. occurs when records in Royal Annal are lost or corrupted. Attempt manual inspection or file a petition to Chaos Operations. What happened to the original Subject 5? Show me their history. This time you hit pay dirt. Here are all the milestones and misfortunes of Oleg's third child, recounted with the clinical detachment of an account book. Interesting. For some reason, they need a specific person to put the ramp out. Yeah, literally, what the fuck? That's so stupid. Year 3, registered in Royal Annals, age 6. Assigned to basic schooling in Yansk Oblast. Reassigned with family of Feropolis in year 8. So this would be at age 11. Petitioned Mechanicus Rex for technical schooling, denied. At 12. Read through his full history. Year 10, assigned to factory service in Feropolis, reprimanded for carelessness. That's at age 13. Year 11, 14, petition for medical permit, tonic of Jitterseed, granted. Okay. Now 17, permit revoked due to supply considerations. Damn. Reprimanded for malingering. It's 18, dismissed for carelessness and insolence. 19, assigned to Royal Project Horoscope. Keep reading. I think that's 20, assigned to menial services of Feropolis as per project parameters. 23, arrested for sumptuary violations, 2 days in stock. 24, petition for change of common name, granted as per project parameters. A petition for corporal transfiguration, change of sex, denied as per project parameters. That's a shame. Appeal to previous petition, denied as per project parameters. Damn, that sucks. 26 assigned to agricultural service in Istrik Oblast as per project parameters. Huh. Petition for reassignment to Feropolis denied as per project parameters. Alas, fault in status check on year 27. Okay. Fault in status check, fault in status check. That's all there is. You'd better ask the librarian what she makes of it. Try to learn more about Project Horoscope. Like, you need a degree to place a metal plate? What the fuck? Yeah, that's fucking stupid. It could be that, like, they're, I don't know, like, licensed to be a mechanic for the bus or something. And, like, they don't, like, it might be that for the risk that somebody who is disabled harms themselves using the ramp, they want one guy who has all of the correct paperwork to do it, because that's the most convenient way the system works. That could be it. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. Try to learn more about Project Horoscope. After some digging, you find a record that was left out of Speaker Sentinel's veil of secrecy, though it raises as many questions as it answers. Yeah, I'm just shooting, like, at whatever the fuck I think might be. Like, I've no idea. Subject 5, Final Conclusions. This subject and its branches were by far the most variable alumni of Project Horoscope. Branch 0, the original, achieved the lowest combined aptitude and patriotism score in the entire cohort, due to deficits in faith and compliance, which outweighed his merits in scholastic and invention. Most alterations produced wild instabilities, leading to adverse outcomes for those branches. Are they, like, making different versions of this kid to try and, like, make him the perfect citizen for the kingdom? Interesting. Maybe he does know all about that, fucking mirror world. And this is just, him trying to sweep it under while he tries to make a perfect world. However, Branch 5 subsequently achieved the highest caps of all Horoscope alumni, earning admission to the Guild of Machinists. Since then, she has made transformative contributions that recommended her for higher office. Lessons for future alteration doctrine are set forth in our full report. Signed, Sentinel Khan, Chief Summoner, Century 0, Year 23, Month 3, Date 14. Interesting. Go back to his case files, just in case. Okay, nope. End this query, go back to the start. Just check again with these guys. Ooh. Unknown Principality of Slev. Give me a list of this guy's relatives. Sivi Twalbogs. What the fuck? Spouse, status deceased, age 82, natural causes. Anton Igor Mishkin, first child, alive. Oleg, second. Okay, so Oleg is the second child, I see. For some reason I thought this was him under a different name. Galet Olegna, grandchild deceased. Indira, grandchild deceased. One more, somehow didn't appear in your initial searches. Right. Tell me about their personal history. Royal Analyst, age 64, absolved from service due to infirmity. Another year later. 2 years, family resigned for residence in Feropolis. Conditioned Rex for medical permit. Hush Blossom tincture granted. Medical permit revoked due to supply considerations. Arrested for black marketeering, 2 months half rations. Caution for spreading defeatism. Second caution for blasphemous libel. Second arrest for blasphemous libel 3 months ago. Or 3 months gaol. Or 3 months in jail. Third arrest for blasphemous libel and black marketeering. Subject redacted by order of Mechanicus Rex. Oof. Interesting. Yeah, I think we've been through this. It's just a different way of getting it. Unless it's not. It probably is, but let's double check that. Now that I think about this, considering the implications of the first time. Yay, Subject 5's history. Read through their full history. Yeah, tonic of jitter seed, okay. Alright, it looks to be the same. Okay, I thought I'd check. Okay. Now we go down and check with the, mother and see how she's doing. So if their child exists, they're under a different name and they're a woman working for the Mechanicus Rex system, so they'd be somewhere high up in government? I don't know, this is just my guess. Maybe that was who we were talking to, the person who was trying to convince us to do the main quest. Quickly hides a handkerchief underneath some papers. You approach, her eyes are red and wet. Oh, hello, dearie. Do pardon me. All the parchments here play havoc on my allergies. Yes, I'm sure. I think I found something about your missing child. Oh, well then, she takes a deep breath. Go ahead, I'm as ready as I can be. Didn't get the child's name, something got a fault and status check. Oh, how curious. That's quite similar to what the king says when you ask about people who've fallen prey to the corruption. Last known location was in Istrik Oblast. Istrik? Oh dear me. That's where you used to call the corrupted lands before they were consumed. I've never heard of any survivors. Oh, interesting. Looks forlorn. I suppose the answer is staring us in the face, isn't it? When something becomes corrupted, its official records get scrambled. Some say it affects people's memories of the thing. She sighs, although obviously you and I both know that last part is claptrap. No, that sounds about right. Istrik is gone, but there's a royal cleanup camp near where it used to be, out in the corrupted lands. If there are any clues left to the child's fate, you'd surely find them there. Interesting. How do I reach it? The far eastern end of the island, across an artificial ditch, the whole area is restricted by order of the king. Cleanup crews get in and out by sky barge. Glanced around to check the McFeeds are still dormant, then lowers her voice. But between you and me, I heard there's some kind of abandoned machine out there that you could climb her up. Here, she passes you a little scrap of paper. These are the access codes we use at the library. A lot of the king's machines are the same ones. Perhaps if you try them, you'll get lucky. Interesting. What's the nature of this corruption? Nobody's quite sure, dearie. I do know it started long before the fall of Istrik. That little outbreak here and there only murmured about, or just little outbreaks here and there only murmured about, never officially acknowledged. But then the town of Progress was consumed in a matter of weeks, and the rest of Istrik wasn't far behind. After that, everyone knew. I remember exactly where I was when I heard Progress had fallen, in that little apartment in Ferropolis, washing Oleg socks. Ew. Oh, King's blessings on those brave cleanup workers. I'll do what I can. Thank you, dearie. I'll be praying for the king to you. Praying to the king for you. Blech. Thinking to maybe call my sister's friend and have her drive me to the shop. I mean, you could. That's definitely a option. Personally, I don't really see an issue with waiting a little while, and then talking to your mom, but if this is like something you want to happen fucking immediately for some reason, then go for it. Like, is there a reason that you want this to happen so quickly, and why you don't want to, like, just think about it a bit more and then talk to your mom? Like, how long does she want you to think about it? Yeah, pretty much. Plus, you'd be going behind your mom's back on this, which is like, I don't know, might piss her off. I don't fucking know your family. Oh, sick. We can get in here now. Probably shouldn't right now, though. Oh. You can get to the other side. Do we need to right now? I mean, at least you're honest, right? Fucking funny. Honestly, I would say just wait on it and use that time to, like, get a better design. Or, like, workshop the design more for the tattoo. Because you pretty much can't put too much time into that kind of thing. And if it's going to be on your body for who knows how long, you might as well make it as good as you like. Corrupted lands. Actually, I think this is the next place we go. No, there's still the freight capsule somewhere in the countryside, northwest of Ferropolis. Okay, so... never eat shredded wheat. Okay, then it's somewhere over here, probably. I think I remember vaguely there being some crash ship in the back here. Yeah, just down there. Well, I've talked to this person before. She raises her eyebrows as if something about you has caught her attention. Welcome, cousins. Pleasure to meet you. Came here to buy spells, I presume. I can tell you're not the king, so I don't mind doing business. He can't hear us here. They think they can stop me selling magic? Imagine, me of all people. I'm older than the king, and I'm better at magic too. Okay, that's funny. Show machinist insignia, I'm in the king's service. Oh yeah. Yes, I'd like to do business, please. So what'll it be? Let's trade. Yes, Les, I'm very proud of my selection. Immolation incantation. Ooh. I know exactly what I want. Okay, I mean, fair enough. If you know exactly what you want, then fucking sick. Shoots fireball at enemies, damaging them and causing burn damage over time. The ability to immolate the air itself is cause for concern. Some scholars speculate that a powerful miscast could spread throughout the air, setting the whole Skyrim ablaze. Oh, that's cute. That's what they thought about nuclear bombs. I'm gonna buy this. I have questions. I ask you them. A question, of course, cousin. I don't mind. This building is enchanted, so we can speak freely here. He is the Clockwork King. The king, I suppose you could think of him like sort of a cluster of powerful curses and seals. A kind of magic used to be banned back when this land was known as Cardova. Is that all you want to know? Who are you? I am a high sage, the last of a long line of hereditary. My father sat council with the highest leaders of old Cardova. But perhaps I'm revealing my age a bit too much. Is that all you want to know? What is the... no. What is your name? I have no name. My father was the same and my mother before. The second-born was always the successor. Without a name, I can't be written into runes, and as a result, I'm immune to a great many curses and spells, particularly cipher magic. Unlike most idiots on this island, my memories have never been fucked with. Nice. I can tell if someone has had their memories forgotten, you know. Yeah, you know, that's why I took an interest in you. All you want to know? Interesting. Tell me of old Cardova. The stories I could tell of this land as if it were as it was my youth. I don't know where to begin. The entire landscape changed after the cursed city dropped anchor, even the weather. Things were slower back then, whenever there was a shortage of food. Families would band together to produce the necessary offering to the Mother Goddess. Everyone knew each other. Was that all you want to know? Tell me of the old gods. The king erased almost all memories of the Mother Goddess and their two daughters, but when I was younger, their names commanded unrivaled power and respect. Legend goes the goddess became pregnant of the mind and birthed her two twins out of her ears. Awful. To her elder daughter, who was born of the moon, she gave the mountains in the northeast. To her younger daughter, who was born of the sun, she gave the bluffs of the south, where the corruption now runs rampant. Interesting. When the king arrived, the Mother Goddess suffered a slow death. Emaciated and forgotten by all but a handful, our sacrifices could only slow her decline. We buried her in secret, her twins scattered into hiding. Yeah, I'll be there in a moment. I thought you... Doesn't it normally start at like 7? This is way the fuck earlier. Oh well. I want an Indonesian lotus in my collarbone. Represents my great-grandmother from Indonesia. And your mom and my mom and her were so close, she named me after her. Oh, I see. That's cool. All you want to know? Yes. Okay. Good day to you. All right. It looks like I need to go a little earlier than I expected, but that's fine. I will see you guys later. How's it going, Mishroom? Good timing, showing up right as I'm ending stream. Thanks for the sub. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.